It's your boy H Money, Mr. DAZN. We in the building. Let's get it, bruh. We in the building. UFC 257, Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. It's the rematch, bruh. Let's get it, bruh. Hit the like button, you heard me? And you know we gonna cover this shit right here with the one and only Tap Out King, if you know what I mean, bro. You feel me? Hit that like button ASAP. H Money, Mr. DAZN, Mr. Supreme. We in the building. Let's get it, Brody. On God. Shout out to the homie Tap Out King, bro. That gonna be up in here with us, and he gonna be doing his thing. You feel me? No cap. No cap, bro. Subscribe to the channel, IBZ. And we about to cover the Stephen Fulton, Angelo Leo. So I'm setting this up for Tap Out King. And we finna go live right now in 3 minutes with the Angelo Leo versus Stephen Fulton fight. So we finna do it big. We going on a back-to-back. Shout out to my brother, IB. Shout out to JC the Don. Let's celebrate, man. We right back like we never left. 10 people already in this motherfucker. You heard me? So let's do it, bro. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. First of all, I want to say shout outs to Team Devin Haney. Shout outs to Bill Haney. Man, shout outs to all the great champions in the sport of boxing. Shout outs to everybody, man. Shout outs to Earl Spence Jr. Shout outs to Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. 2021. This is going to be a great year, bro. 2021, bro. We're going to start doing things different. I'm going to start approaching things different. You know what I mean? We just want to see the big fights happen in the sport of boxing. Let me pass it over to the homie Tap Out King right quick. You know what I mean? Tap Out King in the building. The one and only Tap Out King. You know. Tap Out King.
Your boy's back. It's been a minute. I've went on and done big things. I finally decided, to come back home, to be with the best in the game. Some of the best guys that I've ever seen in the sports entertainment here today. We got LB in the building. We got JC. We got the legends in the chat right now. Some of the most knowledgeable guys when it comes to sports. It don't matter what we're talking, basketball, football, MMA, boxing. These guys are at the top of the heap here, So we got Sarah McMann and Juliana Pena, in a women's fight here. So far, very close fight. And you heard it first. Appreciate it, JC. Tap Out King, the greatest of all time. You heard it first. And some big hammer fists landing by Juliana Pena here. Sarah McMann could be in trouble here. We finally get a chance to take a look at Conor McGregor and the rematch with Dustin Poirier. Big fight. Everybody in the building yelling out, and that's how we gonna do it, But yeah, Sarah McMann is in trouble here. Juliana Pena landing this great ground and pound here. So far, every fight's been, going the distance. We've been going here to these decisions, and we've have yet to get a finish. We'd like to see someone actually, get a finish so far on this fight card. Juliana Pena has the rear naked choke. Can she get this fight done here and give us the first finish of the night? It looks very tight. Sarah McMann's in trouble here. And there you have it, the first finish of the night. Rear naked choke from Juliana Pena. Big win. Huge win for her. you know, that just shows the well-rounded skills that Juliana, really possess here. She has the knockout power in the hands, good wrestler, and also showing off some great Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And there you have it, a big submission victory. Juliana Pena, was just one step ahead of Sarah McMann this entire fight. And that was a big win. Juliana Pena will go off and do bigger and better things. And, we'll see her back very soon in the octagon. One of her biggest wins of her career against such a tough woman as Sarah McMann. And, Juliana Pena, very hyped up after the big W. I mean, what more could she have done? She did everything right. She picked up a big win. Where do we match her from here? Who does she fight next? I'm pretty sure, she's going to get a bigger name after beating a girl like Sarah McMann. Juliana was off of a loss, and she's back in that winning column, and she'll be back. Big win, Juliana Pena in the women's bantamweight division, 135. She picks up the W, and we're almost one step closer here to getting a Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, a very big rematch, a fight that probably should have happened a while back. I feel like, they had a lot of bad blood with each other. Yeah, great choke. You're right, JC. She picked up the big choke and should be on, her way to meeting up and getting that interview with the big John Anik here. What's the deal? 100 from your boy, Mr. Johnson, in the building was really good. You did. Tap out what's your prediction on the main event, Conor versus Dustin. I gotta go with Conor. If you've seen the first fight, Conor, made easy work of Dustin Poirier. I feel like you get the job done once against him, and you could get it done a second time. Both fighters have made a lot of, they made progress in their UFC career. They're different fighters now, but I still think that Conor should be able to be victorious here. But if Dustin, decides to take the fight to the ground, he could pose a big threat for Conor. Conor, we know that he isn't the best off of his back. His submission defense is something that he needs adjustments on. And Poirier, he's a great grappler as well, so very slept on, but he has a lot of submission victories underneath his belt. So it's gonna be a good fight, Yo, Summer in the building. What's really good? So we'll be moving on to some middleweights here. We have a very big fight. Brad Tavares taking on Antonio Carlos Jr. at 185. Pretty solid fight here. You have your striker taking on your grappler. Brad Tavares hasn't been looking the best. We know that he's on a 2-5 losing streak. So has Carlos Jr. These guys are both hungry. They try to get his win. As you look at the betting odds, you see this fight is near even. Very close fight. Brad Tavares will be the older fighter by 3 years. He has more experience. He's fought Israel. He's been in the game, quite a while. But, how's he going to be able to do it against such a great jiu-jitsu fighter in Antonio Carlos Jr.? We seen, Brad Tavares really have, trouble with, his defense. He's left himself open a lot of times where he got knocked out. We seen that against, a young prospect in Edmund Shabazian who really walked through Brad Tavares and knocked him out. How has he recovered, from that, that left head kick that he ate from Edmund Shabazian? Has he recovered fully? Is he going to be able to use his striking, keep this fight standing? Because we know Antonio Carlos Jr. loves to go to the ground. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's fighting out of Brazil, and we know how deadly these Brazilian fighters are. Good year, bro. Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, yes, ma'am. H Money, you buying the pay-per-view. Is that a joke? You gotta like this guy here. He's a funny guy. Who's this guy? Jay, I like you. Yeah, I like this guy, man. Funny guy. Buying pay-per-view in 2021. Man, is that a trick question? Yeah, tell Dana White, thanks, if you get what I'm saying here. So, Antonio Carlos Jr. lost to Uriah Hall, lost to Ian Heinich. He's lost to tough guys. As you see, the black belt in jiu-jitsu, very, very close fight to call. But in my opinion, I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards Antonio Carlos Jr. here. Brad Tavares does have great takedown defense. How can we watch the fight, mate? No. You gotta look around, fam. You gotta look, go look through Google, look for a stream. It'll be there. And like I said, Brad Tavares, Davis, appreciate you stopping by. Salute to H Money, Mr. Supreme. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Davis. Just enjoying a great night of fights. And, during this pandemic, we're blessed to be able to really watch a sport at its best right now. You bring Conor back, you bring the Diamond Dustin Poirier, you bring Michael Chandler making his highly anticipated debut in the UFC. A former Bellator champion in Michael Chandler taking on a very dangerous, Dan Hooker. We've seen him and Dustin Poirier have a classic match for 5 rounds. And now you put Michael Chandler, a man who dominated in a different organization throughout his career. We've seen him fight back in the day with Scott Coker in Strikeforce as well. So, I feel like this is a little bit overdue. Michael Chandler should have been in the UFC a long time ago. And we'll get to see him finally tested at the highest level when he takes on Daniel Hooker here. And, this card is just amazing. If you've seen the last 2 events that the UFC put together, you could possibly say lackluster. They weren't stacked cards. They didn't have the fights, the names that people wanted to see. The UFC, they did a phenomenal job here on this card. They did, they match make the right fights, So shout outs to the UFC here during this pandemic and putting on a great performance. These fighters risking it all, their health, they could possibly get coronavirus, and they're still putting it all on the line just to keep the fans excited. And you gotta thank the fighters, and we gotta really hope that these people are staying healthy, because they risking it all on the line in the octagon, and especially during this pandemic. Anybody could get this coronavirus, and they're still out here, putting on a great show for us fans at home. Here's Brad Tavares making his way down the octagon. A man who's trained out of Extreme Couture, known for his striking, very good Muay Thai. His leg kicks, is a work of art. And let's see if he's going to be able to, use those strikes in this fight here against Antonio Carlos Jr. Or is Carlos going to be able to get the fight down on the mat, use his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, pick up a submission victory, or, grind out a decision? This is a big night of fights, and middleweights at 185 are here to perform. And, we can't wait to see these middleweights, put on a show here. Both of these guys, like I said, are on a losing streak. They're trying to get back in the winning column. They're hungry to pick up a win. And big fight here at 185. And we know that Brad Tavares, he has the tools to win this fight. But is he going to be able to use this in his game plan? Great takedown defense, great striker, very accurate. But is he going to be able to keep Antonio Carlos Jr. off of him? And is he going to be able, to deny these takedowns? Because we know Carlos Jr. will shoot in eventually. Carlos Jr., the younger fighter by 3 years, and he has a slight reach advantage. Is he going to be able to use it? He's not known. Carlos Jr. is not known for his striking. Carlos Jr. is not known, for having a great gas tank, having, being that fighter to go the distance without gassing out. So these are the things you have to take in consideration when you placing these bets here. Carlos Jr., he doesn't have the best gas tank. He's a guy that could gas out, in the second round. With the right techniques of Brad Tavares, he could definitely gas him out in the second round, because we know the way that Carlos Jr. loves to fight. He's very, very aggressive in the first round, and he wants to fight down on the ground. And if you don't give him those takedowns, he tends to slow down later in the fight, and he gets picked apart. He's not a great striker by any means. So, Brad Tavares, he has ways to win in this fight. Both men, they have their ways. They both have their strong points. It's a classic grappler versus a classic striker. Just a classic matchup by the matchmakers. We've been seeing these fights for years in the UFC. You have your grappler, you have your striker, and, usually they make a great fight. So here we are, round one kicking off. Shout outs to Dana White. I thought he would be able to stop us, but, he can't. Dana can't stop him. Here's Antonio Carlos Jr. He's very aggressive so far. He's trying to close in the distance, get this fight into his range where he could get the fight down to the ground, or eventually tie him up in a clinch. But Brad Tavares is by far the better striker, without a shadow of a doubt. Brad Tavares is a much better striker. Leaps and bounds. Carlos Jr. finally shoots in for that big takedown. Great job from Brad Tavares so far. Keeping balance and stuff in that takedown. These are the things Brad Tavares needs to do to win this fight. Make Carlos work a lot for these takedowns. Waste a lot of energy. In MMA, you just think, you could go out there and grapple with a man for rounds and you won't get tired. But it takes a lot of energy to keep shooting in for these big takedowns, and being denied takes a lot of energy out of you. And Brad Tavares so far doing everything right to win this fight. And there it is. Brad Tavares, like I've said, just a great takedown defense. He can't get the fight down to the ground, and he's making Carlos Jr. work. I feel like by the second round, if it continues the same way it's going, Carlos Jr. is going to lose this fight. And you have to think that Brad Tavares is coming back from an ACL injury. How did his body really recover from such a dangerous injury? Did he get the proper treatment? Did he recover? Did he give his body the time it needs to heal for this fight? And so far, it looks like he has. Carlos Jr. has Tavares against the cage in the clinch here, but he's not doing any kind of damage here. Brad Tavares, I feel like, landed that big right. The takedown defense should add up. And we're at 1 minute and 53 seconds here in the very first round. And he spins out of the clinch here. Brad Tavares doing a great job. Nice leg kick from Antonio Carlos Jr. And that's the leg kick I was talking about. Lands again from Brad Tavares. And now they're warming up. Carlos Jr. shoots in for another takedown. And, Carlos Jr. just really has been struggling finding a way to get this fight to the mat. 3 takedowns he shot in for and hasn't got one. You have to think how much energy was used in these takedowns, and how much energy did he waste? You gotta mix up the takedowns. You can't keep going in for the same kind of takedowns. You gotta mix it up. You gotta look for the trips. You have to big low blow right to the cup of Brad Tavares. Referee has seen enough, steps into the middle, and giving Brad Tavares that chance to recover. That was a nasty knee to the groin there. And now Tavares needs that time to recover. And that was a dirty shot. So they're going to give him some time to recover. Try to just take it as much time as you need in order to feel better when you take a shot like that. Don't put the shot, bro. You can change everything. They don't listen to you. No. And there you have it. Back to the fight. 4 seconds left in round 1. And there you have it. Round 2 on its way. Very close round of call, but I think Brad Tavares deserved to pick up that round. You know, he's done enough, I feel like, to win that round. He stuffed all the takedowns. I felt like Brad landed the better strikes, you know, the more powerful, cleaner strikes. You got to score that for Brad. Great job. And here we are, round 2, kicking off. That's what I say. He doesn't have the best conditioning. He wastes a lot of energy on those takedowns. I think he's gonna pay for it later in this fight. Yeah, no. Brad Tavares lands a big shot, Baba. Carlos Jr. finally gets the fight down on the ground. This is where, you know, Tavares could be in trouble here, but Tavares showing off great, you know, a great takedown defense, you know, and he's back to his feet. Brad Tavares looked phenomenal here tonight when it comes to stuff in the takedown. You know, he gave up one takedown here in round 2. But you're going to give up some takedowns when a man is just, his whole game plan is just to get the fight down on the mat. And Brad Tavares fighting a perfect fight right now, Serrano. Bye-bye. So tell me about, you know, Brad Tavares and how he's looking. Do you think he's winning this fight right now, Baba?
You know, I think he's winning this fight, but he's got to get off the fence. You know, get back to striking where his strong suit. You know, you used to beat me up with Brad Tavares in UFC 3. You know, he's a pretty good fighter. Let's see him win this.
What do you think, you know, Carlos Jr. needs to do to be a little bit, you know, more successful in this fight? Does he need to continue to shoot in for the takedown?
I think maybe he needs to do a little bit of swimming, cycling, you know, work on his lungs. When he's wrestling, he's trying to work the leg a little too low. You know, he should go higher, up towards the crotch. You know, I don't know what that's about. You know, that's why he's wrestling a little weak. You know, he's just trying to hold the guy's leg up. You know, that ain't good. You're supposed to go for their torso.
So, who you have this fight so far? Who do you think is winning this fight?
Tavares.
How did you feel about the whole Khalil Roundtree, you know, and the judges? Did they rock him? Yeah. I thought Khalil won as well. You know, he landed the bigger shots. At one point, almost had the man out of the fight. And, yeah, no, it's crazy what the judges are seeing nowadays.
Tavares needs to come with the knockout.
Yeah, the man, he needs to, I feel like, to work, go back and work those leg kicks. You know, his leg kicks are a work of art, you know, in a way like a Thiago Alves, the way he throws that leg kick. And that's what he needs to do. He landed a big right.
If he just went a little bit faster and further, he could get the knockout.
Carlos Jr., I would have to say, you know, He really needs to work on his takedowns, man. How can
also
you
his striking defense.
in his striking? He needs to work on a lot. He's like a one-trick pony, And then on top of that, oh wow, big right, Brad Tavares. Can he get the finish here? He kicked him in the cup. Now the referee's stepping in. He's seen enough. Two low blows in this round from each man. Great. Just what we needed, before finish. A referee stepping in, and that's what we didn't want to see. We're just that close from the first knockout of the night. The referee giving Carlos Jr. a chance to recover from that low strike. He's trying to buy some time. He know he was almost out of the fight.
Hey, I can hear the crowd. Woo!
They want to see, the knockout. Can we get the first one of the night? We've seen nothing but decisions and one submission victory that happened with Juliana Pena. Big rear naked choke, fam. And, And here we are, 23 seconds left in round 2. Is Brad Tavares going to pick up from where he left off? He's landing that overhand right over and over, fam. And great, just so far, great fight for Brad Tavares, And we will be headed to the third round. Smokey, you there?
Yeah.
So, I feel like Brad has 2 rounds here. Do you think Carlos Jr. needs a finish if he wants to win this fight? Does he need to get the submission victory? Because we know he's not getting a knockout. His striking really hasn't improved. Antonio Carlos Jr. has been pretty much the same fighter since he got into the UFC. He's been using the same kind of, techniques to win fights, and people has really figured him out. He's not really that strong at getting the fight down on the ground. His takedowns aren't top notch. And he really hasn't improved at all since he came in the UFC. That he looks the same exact fighter, even worse. He hasn't made any adjustments. He's the same guy. Pretty much what you call, a man trying to sniff your crotch in a way. And then on top of that, when he does get the fight down on the ground, he doesn't do anything. It's not like, he's gonna damage his opponent. He just sits there and lay and pray. And I feel like he's gonna be in trouble here in this third round. And here he goes. Nice leg kick from Brad Tavares. Good. Antonio Carlos Jr., I won't be surprised if this will be his last performance in the UFC. I really feel like Antonio Carlos Jr. could be cut after this fight here. He's done nothing this fight. Nothing's been impressive. His striking hasn't improved. And you have to ask yourself, a man who hasn't improved at all, where does he go from here? Bellator maybe, I really feel like he'd be headed out, out of the UFC, maybe after this fight, he's gonna be on a 3-fight losing streak, fam. Usually that's what they give you. You lose 3 in a row, there you go. They're gonna hand you your papers. You'll be headed out of the UFC. Antonio Carlos Jr., one of the worst fighters to watch of all time. He's not exciting at all, fam. But he still have, some time to work. With 2 minutes left and 30 seconds in round 3, he could possibly make something happen, but I doubt it. Referee seen enough. They weren't working really in that clinch. And he breaks that apart. Now they're back to striking. And, this is where Brad Tavares has really shined in this fight. And here we go. Everyone who stopped by, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We have reached, 5,000 subs. So, we've been making a lot of, noise, and we will continue to get bigger. The subs will grow. The views will go up. And, hate it or love it, we'll be here. We're just one step, ahead of the rest. We've called the basketball games. We called the NBA draft, the football, the soccer. Name one sport we haven't covered, and we've done nothing but great job so far. Are you going to show the fight? Maybe. I said I'll show the fight once the chat, reach the right amount of people into, into the live stream here. We would show the fights, but until then, we got to reach at least 100 views. You feel what I'm saying? We got to have at least 100 people in the chat for me to give out the fight.
Where are you watching the fights at?
Crackstreams.ac.
You said Crackstreams, which one?
.ac.
This old AC green looking ass nigga.
This nigga.
Crackstreams.ac.
This nigga. Let's go.
Whatever happened to H Money?
You just walked out. I'm gonna show the fights once we reach 100 or possibly, a little bit more. We'll show the fights. Tell Dana White I was the guy who was doing it the entire time. If you get my drift, Dana can't stop me. He can't stop the boys. We're the guys who've been giving out all the links. And tell Dana he could blow me. You get what I'm saying? We ain't gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. You feel me? We got people working on a squad. You feel me? Bringing out the streams. For all the folks, that can't afford, these pay-per-views. For the people down and out during this pandemic, who the hell you think could afford to pay for a pay-per-view during a pandemic where people are out of a job, where people aren't, getting paid? They're pretty much waiting on a stimulus check. And, he wants to charge an arm and a leg for 9 out of 10 times a lackluster card. You get what I'm saying? So, Dana White should be ashamed of himself, for charging an arm and a leg during a pandemic, So for all the people out there, we got the team working. They're bringing out these streams. We ain't spending a dime. So, shout outs to all the boys from, you feel me? All the boys out there at S Streams. I ain't going to give it out, but shout outs to everybody, from cstreams.ac, and shout outs to them. You feel me? So Dana White, like I said, if you listening or anyone from the UFC listening, stop charging arm and leg during a pandemic where people ain't got a job to afford pay-per-view. You feel me? Or can't even, better yet, afford, just the simple things in life right now due to this COVID-19. So Dana White sucked me off, mother. You feel me? That's how we feel. You feel me? And we gonna keep these streams going. Dana ain't gonna stop us. The UFC ain't gonna stop us, and the damn police ain't gonna stop us either. Because if we got to do the time, then guess what? We doing the time for it. You feel me? Ain't no one gonna stop us from putting out these links and showing off the fights during this pandemic. Maybe when the pandemic, is over with, people are back to their jobs. You know what? Yeah, charge arm and leg all you want for a pay-per-view. But during this pandemic, you really expect somebody to spend that kind of money on a pay-per-view? You got to be a joke, Dana. And now, we have a big prospect coming up next. A guy who possibly can make a run for the title. A very, very dangerous man. 15-2. You got the one and only Armin, man. This guy could be a champion. Everything about this guy stands out. Great grappler, very powerful, great conditioning, and the man could possibly, become a next champion here in the UFC. Matt Frevola, 8-1, getting the chance to compete against the toughest man I feel like that he has faced in his career. So, we got the main card coming up very shortly. Bye-bye. How you feel about Armin? Do you think this man could be a champ? You don't know. No. He can't be a champ. We're not going to agree with that man on that. But this man possibly could be a champion. He has everything to become a champ. Wait a minute, I see him wearing those foot things like Conor. Yeah, he will be a champ. We've seen him be a dangerous Davi Ramos, beat OAM out of Canada. Lost to Islam Makhachev, which was a very close fight. That was on his debut. And for you to go, the distance with Islam Makhachev on your debut, it just shows how skilled Armin really is. A guy you got to keep your eye out on. Currently ranked number 19 here in the, in the welterweight division. Matt Frevola was a lightweight. So they're gonna make this a lightweight bout here. Armin going down to 155, fighting Matt Frevola here. So how'd you feel about Dana White? In his, accusations about cutting down these streams and whatnot. Did he do a good job? We'll laugh at that one. Scott Coker, I feel like, does a better job than Dana White. A man from Bellator, the president, great man, respects the fighters, really understands where the fighters are coming from, giving them a chance, and that's why I like Bellator. They've always done a great job with their fighters, the relationship, that they have with their fighters on another level compared to the UFC. You know, like I said, UFC is a place, you know, where they treat their fighters like dog shit. You know, they don't give the fighters the respect they deserve. And that's why you see so much bad blood between fighters and Dana White. Like, you know, a lot of lawsuits that were put, you know, on the UFC due, you know, to the relationships that they've had with the UFC. You know, Tito Ortiz was a guy, you know, that had very bad blood with Dana. I mean, you know. So was Mark Hunt. That's why you don't see him around. Randy Couture, legend. Yeah, you know. Here's the big matchup at 155. It looks like Armin missed weight by 2 pounds, bye. He weighed in at 157. You know, unprofessional from Armin. 156. So, you know, but he missed weight. You know, either way it goes, he wasn't professional. You have to make a weight at a certain time. Just like, you know, he's the underdog as well, you know. Now we go with Armin. You know, I feel like he has, you know, the tools to possibly, you know, make a run for that lightweight division. If he could get his weight in control, you know, it's a certain date and a certain time. You make the weight. You know, the other fighters has to do the same thing as you. You know, so if another man can make the weight, you shouldn't have any excuses to why you didn't make weight and get yourself prepared for this fight. Unprofessional by Armin. You know, he got fined as well, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, he has to give up half of his purse, you know. So that's what's going to happen when you don't make weight. That's what happens when you're not professional. You know, so let's hope Armin can make up with it with a you know, a very great performance here against Matt Frevola. Matt Frevola, you know, he's a very tough guy. 8-1, doesn't have that much experience, but you know, we've seen him in wars. You know, he did a great job against the tarantula Jalen Turner. You know, and that's gonna be, you know, where the fight's going to take place here in round one. On the ground, Armin shoots in immediately, using that size and that strength advantage, and getting this fight right down to the ground. And he dumps him once again. Matt Frevola does a great job transitioning out of that. And now they're back to the feet. And, you know, Armin's relentless when it comes to the takedowns. You know, he's a guy who's fought at welterweight in the past, so he's used to being the bigger and stronger fighter. Physically, Matt Frevola has no chance against such a strong Armin. I mean, look at the guy's physique; it speaks for itself. He's a monster, you know, and you know, he's just throwing them around like weights in the gym. And you know, this man's lifting a lot. You know, his physique, like I said, speaks for itself. He's a hard worker. The sky's the limit for Armin, and possibly in the next few years, you possibly could see him, you know, fighting for a title or easily be a top 5 guy if he could stay healthy and you know, and continue to progress through, you know, his MMA career here. And I feel like Matt Frevola is gonna have his hands cut out for him here. The pressure of Armin is on another level, but you have to ask yourself, what kind of camp did he have if he wasn't able to make weight? Yeah, no. Did he have the great training camp, or did he have trouble making weight? Yeah, sometimes you gotta sneeze. Bless you, Thank you. Yeah, no. And so far, Armin, I feel like, is winning this round, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first round. Matt Frevola doing a good job of transitioning when this fight is hitting the mat to be able to get right back to his feet. But he's not able to really keep Armin off of him. The pressure from Armin is on another level. He's a huge favorite for a reason. And round one, Matt Frevola, he's doing a good job though. You have to credit him. That's a hard job keeping such a strong man off of you like that, and Matt Frevola is showing how skilled he really is because, that's a tough task when you're fighting a man like Armin, Jalen Turner, like I said, was a big win for Matt Frevola. He also beat Violent Bobby Ross from a split decision. So Matt Frevola, he has big wins, but he just doesn't have the experience. I feel like he has the total of 10 fights, but, is that enough to get him past a dangerous Army? I don't think so. Like I said, he's a huge favorite for a reason, fam. Yeah. But Matt Frevola, he's doing, the right things to win this fight. He's, he's throwing these heavy shots. He's making Armin work. He's trying to gas him out, continuing to make Armin work, And missing weight, you have to ask, how was his conditioning, Is he ready to go 3 rounds? We don't know, I feel like this is Matt Frevola's toughest test. And he's doing a good job. I'm not saying he's winning the fight or this round, but he's doing a great job, I feel like. Matt Frevola's turning it up. He's swinging for the fences. Matt Frevola goes for a takedown of his own. I feel like Matt Frevola will have success late in this fight, going in, to the third round and the second round. I feel like Matt Frevola, if he continues to fight the way he's doing, he will have success and be able to eventually land a big shot. Armin, he wasted a lot of energy on these takedowns, and he didn't do a good job of really holding position of when he got the fight down on the ground, because Frevola got straight back to his feet. And and that's what's going on here. A very, very close fight. Matt Frevola is doing a lot better than I thought he would. And I feel like this fight is going to end up being really close. I'm really surprised by how good Matt Frevola is performing right now.
I'm smoking on tree top, I'm smoking on Harry Hunter, I'm smoking on everything, I'm smoking on your mother, I'm smoking on it all. I'm a smoke pile, my mouth like this smoke style, smoke wild.
And here we are at round 2. Armin picks up right where he left off, shoots in immediately. He gets Frevola down. He's trying to really flatten out Frevola to get him on his back, but Frevola does another great job of getting back to his feet, but Armin continues with the relentless takedown attempts. And back, Frevola is now on his back. And Armin's in guard, great position to be in. He's landing some ground and pound. And this is a great position for Armin to be in, buy some time off the clock, score some strikes, and then on the eye of the judges, it looks like he's winning this fight. And round one was close, but I gave it to Armin, Matt Frevola needs to get back up to his feet, get up off of his back, and keep this fight standing, because that's where he has success so far, landing those big shots. And like I said, shout outs to all the viewers, for stopping by, helping this channel grow to what it is today. It's been a long road, to these 5,000 subs, and we couldn't have made it here without you guys. So huge, hats off to the subs and, making this channel what it is today. We really want to thank you guys. So Armin gets the fight back down to the ground once again. I mean, the takedowns of this man is relentless. He doesn't stop. If you stuff one, guess what? He's shooting in for a second. If you stuff that one, he goes in for another. The pressure of Armin's on another level. I mean, that's how you have to be a successful grappler. You can't shoot in for one takedown and then, and try to reset and keep, and then later on shoot in for another. You need to be relentless with these takedowns. And that's what Armin's doing. He caught a nice right, but he got taken down. Yeah. Oh. Armin's doing a great job, Baba. Who's really been that relentless at the takedowns like Armin?
Oh, he cut himself on that takedown, Baba.
Who did?
Tsarukyan.
He cut himself.
Yeah, when he did that takedown, he headbutted him in
For,
the nose. He cut his eyebrow.
He's a little, reckless with the takedown.
He tried for the headbutt on Frevola, he cut himself.
Yeah, no. And Armin, he's doing what he does best. Holding dominant position, landed the ground and pound. And it looks like he's working towards an arm triangle choke. Matt Frevola does a great job of getting out of that. And I feel like it's going to be another decision tonight. We only got one finish tonight, You would think on such a stacked card that we'll get a lot more finishes, but we haven't. We will be heading into the third round. Armin, I feel like, is winning this fight. He's up 2 rounds. I feel like Matt Frevola really needs to dig deep if he wants to win this fight. He's going to have to get the stoppage. He's going to have to either get the knockout or the submission victory because he's behind here. And that's what I'll be telling Frevola if I was in his corner. We need to finish. We need to dig deep. We need to put this man out. So let's see if Matt is going to be able to dig deep in this third round and try to find a finish. Because that's what he needs here. He's behind this fight. He lost the first round. He lost the second. So this third round, is what he really needs. Matt Frevola he did a good job. It's not like, he went out there and underperformed. Armin's a tough guy, a prospect, possibly a future champion. We know he'll be a top 5 guy down the road. So for Matt, with only 10 fights to perform like he did against Armin, it really gave Armin one of his toughest fights to date. But Armin, again, immediately shoots in for the takedown. Matt Frevola does a good job of scrambling here back to his feet. And this is where Matt needs to be if he wants to win this fight. He has to land that big shot. We know he packs power in his right hand. He has to dig deep. Keep Armin off of him, But you have to credit both men for putting on a great fight, very close. And like I said, I'm surprised with Matt performance. I thought he would just go out there and get dominated, but he's putting up a pretty good fight, Nice spinning kick from Armin. And here we are in the very last round. Matt Frevola trying to dig deep and try to capture a win here. He's on a good win streak, Like I said, beating Violent Bobby Ross, beating Jalen Turner. These are tough guys who are pretty much the future of the UFC, and he's finally getting the toughest test for sure against Armin. And it's not playing out very too well for him. Armin shoots in for another big takedown. He gets it. He did a very good job in the beginning of the fight, Matt Frevola, of, stuffing the takedown, scrambling back to his feet. It looked like he's digging in for a guillotine here. You showing the fight, I'll be showing the fights once, we get, 100 views in here. Once we get 100, views in the chat, we'll show the fight. Until then, we're not gonna risk it, So we would show the fights, but no one's showing up here, So we can't risk it, The views will risk it for the views, but you know how it goes. And 1 minute and 50 seconds left in round 3. It looks like Armin is going to be walking off with a decision win. And that's another big takedown to add, to his stats for tonight's fight. He's been relentless with the takedowns. He's taking the back of Matt Frevola, looking for a rear naked choke. And Matt Frevola does another great job. I mean, the scrambles of Matt Frevola, to be able to do that against such a high-level grappler, shows how skilled Matt Frevola is. This isn't, a bad loss for Matt. He will learn a lot from this fight. Matt Frevola will come back a better, stronger fighter, I feel like. He just got out-grappled by a better grappler. That's all, But it just shows how strong Matt Frevola really is. I feel like he has a bright future in the UFC. He will be back. I would really like to see him go down to featherweight. I feel like he's really a featherweight. He needs to make that weight cut down to 145. I feel like the guys at 155 are just a little bit too big for him, too strong, and that's what you're seeing here. Not even that Armin just very skilled and, he's outclassing him just for being a very skilled fighter. That's not the case here. I feel like it's just being physically more strong, being able just to throw the guy around. He's not really being, using very good technique, but, it's working for him. So Matt Frevola, like I said, he will be back. We're headed to the scorecard. I feel like Armin won the fight, and Matt should have won the fight. We have to, Armin did miss weight. He didn't come up at 156, 155. He was overweight. He wasn't professional, and that's what's going on. Yeah. And there you have it. Matt Frevola doing some push-ups after the fight, showing that he could go a few extra rounds. And there you have it, Very close fight. Matt Frevola coming up a little short here. But you have to respect him and credit him for a great effort. He didn't get finished. He fought a strong fight. He's a tough son of a gun. And we'll see more of Matt Frevola. He could take this as a learning experience. Is McGregor up next? Conor McGregor is not up next. The next fight will be, let's see here. The next fight is going to be some females. Amanda Rivas, Marina Rodriguez, some women. It's going to be a while before the main event starts, but that's the upcoming fight here. Women's strawweight. Tough fight. Yeah, no. We're all waiting for the main event, Jack. Just like that, Jack. Yeah, no. You said what?
What are we going to do now? Refresh it? What are we going to do?
Nothing. Mine is still good. So tell me how you feel about the whole Matt Frevola fight. How do you feel about that fight? Talk to us about it, Smokey.
The kid was young. He was strong. He was a good wrestler. Took him down a lot.
What do you?
Oh, the shit's on. Baba, refresh it.
So you think Matt Frevola had a shot to win in that fight? Fab. I mean, but do you have to credit him for his effort? Did he do at least a good job in that L that he took?
He tried, and that's all you can do.
How would you think you would face against a guy like Matt Frevola if you were an octagon with him? How about
5'7"? He's only like 150 pounds. I think I'd be pretty good.
Matt Frevola, a man.
Listen to the intro from that voicemail.
I mean, but Matt Frevola, a man who beat your dude, Violent Bobby Ross, fam. Would you have to say that was at least an impressive win, beating a guy like Violent Bobby Ross? So, violent Bobby Ross wasn't that violent that night, right?
No, he sucked.
What about the tarantula Jalen Turner?
Everybody sucked, Baba.
What about Daniel Hooker? Hooker.
Daniel Hooker, he's good.
Yeah, no.
Everybody shit that he says, what about Daniel Hooker? I said, he's good.
And you have to, have to. Who would you say had the best performance of the night so far, Smokey?
That little 1996 kid.
The 1996 kid.
Yeah, that freaking kid who just fought man Frevola.
Armin.
Yeah.
You said he was what? 1996 kid, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think Armin...
Look at these drones, Baba. Look at these drones, Baba. Yo, that shit's wild. Look at this shit, Baba.
Yeah. Look at the drones, fam. Yo, shout out to everybody who stopped by in the chat. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Respect to 24 Geezy in the building. I got you, Geezy. Good looking out. And like I said, shout out to everyone in the stream. Let's go. We going viral tonight, fam. Shout out to everybody in Toronto. Shout out to everybody in the 6. You feel me? Free all the crows. Biz Low, we still got you, fam. You feel me? Free Biz Low.
Where's your brother, Baba? Baba, where's your brother, Baba?
Yeah.
John Anik with that Sereno tie.
No, the 3-5 in one night.
John Anik over there looking like a Sereno.
I'm about to quit. 20 in one night. 20 in one night.
Hell no.
Huh?
3-5, nigga, might
John
as well.
Anik looking like a
Blow it
Nigga got
off.
all fucking salad on the fucking blunt and shit.
This nigga got salad on a blunt and shit. This old blunt head ass nigga. This old blunt rat bad nigga. This old Daniel Cormier looking at nigga. John Anik mustache having that Paul Felder beard looking at.
Look at John Anik looking like a Sereno with that mustache and that tie. See?
That's a thick mustache.
Look at this tie. It's creeping, cuz.
Shout outs to 24 Geezy. You feel me? A real nigga, you feel me? Shout outs to 24 Geezy. He always kept it 1,000. Real thoroughbred, real hitter. You feel me? So shout outs to everybody in the chat. Like I said, you feel me? We got some of the best viewers in the world. You feel me? Most knowledgeable fans. You feel me? You got the guys who really knows about sports. You got these dudes who study, you feel me, the sport, play sports themselves, you feel me? And real thoroughbreds, you feel me? We don't want none of them fake people in the chat. We don't want none of these, iffy motherfuckers, you feel me? And that's what we gonna do. We gonna keep it raw and uncut. We gonna keep it 1 zillion up in here. And that's what we do, you feel me? Rest in peace to Rich Piana, you feel me? And all the legends that fell away throughout. Jack says salad on a bun. What the fuck? Yeah, no. You gotta, you gotta eat clean. You gotta eat clean, You gotta eat healthy, and that's what we, like they say, you gotta eat clean to get lean. And that's just part of the game. If you ain't eating clean, you won't get lean. We eat in the salads, we eat in the veggies, we eat in the proteins. That's what we got to do to gain this type of size that I got. And we will continue to grow. We will get bigger. We will get leaner. That's just how we're gonna do things. You want them gains that you talk about, them gains. I want to make these gains, but do you want to put in the pain to get the gains? That's the question. These guys are drinking a protein shakes, hoping one day to get this swole as Big Papa Pump. They drinking the creatine, and they drinking, these mass gainers 3,000, but yet to put on any gains because they don't have, what it takes to go in, day out, put in the work, train, take yourself to the next level. You gotta be consistent in the game, and that's part of the game. No. Michael Chandler from Bellator finally making his debut here in the UFC. One of the most exciting guys that has yet to fight in the UFC. You're talking about Michael Chandler. You're talking about a former lightweight champion at Bellator, a man who in Eddie Alvarez shared the octagon with on many occasions to put on nothing but great performances. Some of the best fights I've ever seen was between Michael Chandler and Eddie Alvarez. You have to think back in Bellator when Michael Chandler and Ill Will Brooks had wars. Michael Chandler has always brought it, and he's always put on great performance. Win or lose, he's a man that you want to watch. And I'm just, I'm very excited to finally get a chance to call Michael Chandler into the UFC, a man that I've been following for a very long time. I'm talking about when Bellator was on Spike TV, when Bellator was on every Friday. That's how long I've been following Michael Chandler. It's been a journey for both of us. And like I said, Michael Chandler will be victorious. He will be another man to capture gold in the UFC from another organization like it has been over a decade in the UFC. You're talking about Eddie Alvarez, a man from Bellator who went to the UFC, captured gold. And I feel like Michael Chandler is going to be one step away from becoming a champion after he beat Daniel Hooker tonight. But Daniel Hooker, dangerous striker. These guys in New Zealand, they train hard, and they're producing a lot of great fighters now. Israel, Daniel Hooker, Alexander Volkanovski, they have done nothing but, really breed great fighters out of New Zealand. They made, a very huge impact into the UFC, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more fighters coming out of that camp. And, we're just excited, to be able to see Daniel Hooker back. He finished Gilbert Burns. How many men you could say finished Gilbert Burns, a guy who's fighting for the welterweight title now? So Michael Chandler, could be in trouble. Daniel Hooker is a lot taller. He has that reach advantage. He's going to be able to strike from a distance that Mike Chandler is not going to be able to hit his target at. We have yet to see Michael Chandler face such a high quality striker like Daniel Hooker. He's never faced anyone like Daniel Hooker in Bellator. So this is a step up, a step up in competition for Chandler. Michael Chandler, you know, some people say Bellator fighters aren't as good as the UFC, and this will be his first big test. You know, you have to ask yourself, how is he going to be able to perform on his debut in the UFC? You know, the UFC jitters are a thing. You know, we've seen guys who made their debuts and, really didn't do well in the UFC. Guys like Anthony Pettis, he made a debut against Clay Guida and got dominated by Clay Guida. And you know what? Pettis went off and to win a UFC lightweight champion. So, it doesn't really matter about your first performance, but that's a thing you have to take in consideration. How is he going to be nervous, Michael Chandler, finally being here on the big stage, with a lot of attention on you, a lot of eyes on you. And this is going to be a big fight. When is what the main event, co-main event? There are a few fights away. This is the fight that's up next. We have two females coming up very shortly. Let me check. You have the Amanda Rivas, Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4 fights, and then is the main, like 3 fights. This fight right here could put, if Amanda Rivas get a win here, can move her up the rankings, a bit. Marina Rodriguez, she's the underdog, but she is ranked higher than Rivas. She's currently ranked number 9. This is the fight Rivas been waiting for her whole career. This fight could get her in the top 10. And she needs, to pick up the big win. Like I said, I will be showing the fights once the views goes up. We reach 100 views in here, I will show the fight. But until then, I'm not gonna risk it. We'll risk it for the views, but we won't risk it for nothing here. We know if we put up the fights, what could happen? They could shut down the stream, they could shut down the channel. I didn't work hard, to get 5,000 subs, to get shut down on for nothing, just to have 3 people capture, the fight, or 4 people, that's just too much to risk. When you show it, make sure to change the title. They won't find it. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Yeah, man, definitely. But the way it's looking, to reach 100 is gonna be a while, man. But we appreciate you for stopping by and vibing out with us here on this Saturday, Jack. Just like that, Jack. Yes, sir. We want to shout out all the subs. We couldn't have made this possible if it wasn't for you guys. We reached 5,000. So thank everyone who subbed. Thank everyone for really, liking, the videos, and making us who we are today. We couldn't have done it without you guys. I want to praise you guys. Hope you guys stay safe through this pandemic. And, enjoy these great fights here. Yep. Nah. Dana White can't stop anything. Believe that. Dana White, he has a big mouth. He runs his mouth a lot. That's what he does. But he can't stop us. And Dana White, you know what Dana has coming for him. Yeah.
took it down, Baba.
No way. Are you serious? Or no? Fam. He shut it down? No. He started watching us on and shut us down for good. Shout out to Dana White for stopping by. You know. I didn't mean anything I said, Dana. We love you, Uncle Dana. Yeah, no. You don't want to piss off the boss, Dana. Yeah, no. Dana White, what Dana says, Dana, that's what goes. So you remember when Uncle Dana gave Steve Would Do It money to bet? Is Dana White still the best man, even though he said what he said? Baba. Baba. You know what he said. He said that he's going to catch anybody streaming, doing what they shouldn't be doing. Yeah, no. That's why you don't mess with Dana White.
Streams100.com, and they got all the different links.
Where?
MMA Streams100.com. They got all sorts of different links you can click.
So, AC went down? Fam? What about .net? Huh, fam?
How many fights left, nigga?
Like 3 or 4.
What's up with crack streams? It don't work no more?
I think Dana White cracked down on everybody.
Bro, I can't even find boxing and shit.
Go to crackstreams.net. Go to crackstreams.net on your phone or the computer. For everyone in here, I just gave it out for you boys. You heard what I said. Go watch it. You know, for don't tell Dana White though. Whatever you do, don't tell Dana. You know, because Uncle Dana will do what Uncle Dana has to do to protect his business. You know, anyone who has a cell phone or laptop is just that simple. Go to that website I told you to, and you can watch any live sport you want, from baseball, basketball, hockey, rugby, whatever the case may be. Go to those websites I mentioned. You guys go get it for free. But whatever you do, like I said, don't tell Uncle Dana.
Where's the stream?
What up? Don't tell Dana White.
OVO streams? Or no?
I'm headed to crackstreams.net, dog. On my phone. You know, Dana, and he can't stop every stream.
What happened to Amanda Rivas?
Amanda Rivas.
What's on OVO streams, Baba?
If for anyone else in here watching OVO streams, that's another one. I'm gonna give you guys everything you need to know to watch the fights. You know, and that is just that simple. Yeah, no. You guys can watch it on OVO. I don't know. We run the internet, you know. We control this shit, not Dana White. Remember that. Dana, he's too busy with all the billions and millions of dollars he got to be worried about what we got going on. You know?
What time is that, Baba? 4:55?
You on OVO on the PlayStation?
Yeah, OVOstreams.com.
What happened to whatever happened to AC?
MMA Streams 100 site, and then you click on the Conor versus Poirier. It's OVO is the top one. It says, but they got other ones on there too. A bunch of other ones.
I'm gonna go back to AC, fam. I'm gonna see if it works. AC was a best. What about IS?
I don't know. I'll be back.
Our MMA streams. Poirier. Amanda Rivas. There is back on AC too. So everyone who stopped by in here, if you're still in here, let me give you guys, just because I'm the man that I am, and we're gonna give you guys this here. So listen very closely, fam. You guys go to crackstreams.ac. You'll watch the fights live. All you need is a cell phone, a laptop, a freaking iPad, a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, something you could browse the internet on. And you guys could watch it. Listen very closely one more time for everyone. Crackstreams.ac. That's all. I hope you ain't a cop, dude. And I hope your ass ain't working with Dana White to shut down the streams, fam. Because I just gave it out. I ain't trying to be 6'9". You feel me? I ain't trying to snitch. But, yeah, that's where you watch the fights, fam. Don't be no cop. Don't be a rat. Don't rat us out. Yeah, no. We ain't gonna snitch here. No. Amanda Rivas gets the fight down to the ground immediately. I mean, wow. Look at the physique on Amanda Rivas. The woman's, behind, looking like two basketballs, if you get what I'm saying here. Let's just say she got that dunk on her. Yes, sir. When is the fight? Yo, audio, my boy. Listen, fam. The fights are already started, but it's not the main event or the co-main event. It's the main card, but it's not the good fights yet. The main card. I'll say the co-main event and the main event will start maybe in an hour from now. Something like that, maybe an hour. The fights will be on. Shout outs to New York City in the building. So I'll say check in maybe in an hour or so to watch the important fights, the big fights. So shout outs to NYC. Okay, bed, bro. Yeah, shout outs to everybody in the NYC. You feel me? Shout outs to everybody in Harlem. Dipset, Bird Gang. Shout out to Brooklyn. You feel me? Queens. You feel me? Shout outs to the whole NYC. Yeah, we doing it. We like Killer Cam right now. You feel me? We in the pink mink. You feel me? Yeah, that way. Yep. Bet. Yes, sir. Hey, yes, sir. Shout outs to NYC, man. Yes, sir. RP Pop Smoke. You feel me? RP all the hitters at NYC. Free all the hitters and all that good stuff. Shout outs to New York. You feel me? And Amanda Rivas, she's doing a good job here controlling this fight on the ground. She's laying in guard. She's trying to look for a submission here, and she's doing all the right things she needs to do to pick up a W here, pick up possibly the biggest winner of her career, and move up the rankings. and Amanda Rivas are letting the shots, you know, add up here in guard, controlling this round so far, doing a good job. And you know, we are 40 seconds left here in the round one. And Amanda Rivas is dominating so far. I think she'll be able to continue this pace in round two and possibly pick up another decision win. You know, it's just been a night of decisions, man. It's just like we got one finish, you know, very close, even fights here. You know, that's all it is, you know. But I mean, look at the rump on Amanda Rivas. I mean, God. I mean, look like two hams down there, you know. Godly, man. I mean, the rump on her, you know, you could place a water bottle on that rump and it wouldn't fall. You feel me? That I mean, they look like, you feel me, two hams, you know, Sunday hams. I mean, you know, that's a fine gal right there, you know, straight out of Brazil. I'm gonna have to look her up now. Oh man, let me tell you, you won't be let down, Jack, when you see those cakes on her. I mean, God, you know, those Brazilian chicks are fine, man. You know, they pack a lot of power downstairs, if you get what I'm saying. You know, she looked like, let's just say she got the Beth Kohea going on back there, but the face is a lot more prettier. Yeah, no. That's a fine chick. And when you see her in that yellow, man, and you know, she likes the fight on the ground. So the entire time, all you seeing is the buns in the air. That's it. It looked like she's just throwing it up there for you to see, you know. Smoky McBonwater, are you seeing this?
I think I'm a little bit behind, you know.
How do you feel about the buns on Amanda Rivas?
You know, pretty good.
How good? Is it Holly Holm good? Is it Beth Kohea good? Is it? Yeah, no.
Close.
Oh! 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 Wow! All that ass. He didn't even stop him. What? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's all over. Her being seen enough. Marina Rodriguez comes back, gets it done in round two after having a tough round. Wow. I guess all the buns that she got couldn't help her in this fight. Wow. Yeah, no. She came up short on the biggest fight of her career. I mean, when you think the fight looks like it's almost over, it looks like Rivas was on her way off to a decision win. The big knockout happens in round two. We finally get a first knockout.
Fight night, nigga. Live fight party with the one and only Tap Out King, nigga. Tap Out King, you feel me?
And you heard it first, Mr. Supreme. It's your boy, H Money, Mr. Supreme. I mean, what a great finish, man.
You feel me? We on that Zaza.
Big finish. Look at them hands. She put
This old bowl head ass nigga.
This old bowl.
Nigga, fuck it.
Gatorade, drinking Powerade, looking ass nigga.
Powerade head ass. This nigga, fuck it.
This nigga.
High ass nigga.
This
High
nigga.
ass nigga out here, bro. When you get some more, nigga.
Tomorrow.
Did you take that fucking shit on that car? This high ass nigga still ain't even taped it.
You tape it. You the handyman,
tape,
nigga.
nigga.
You the nigga who was a mechanic and all this shit. Now this nigga don't know how to do it. Nigga was a mechanic for 3 years and now you don't know how to work underneath the hood of a car. You should be ashamed of yourself.
We should go tonight. I just seen that nigga on Instagram.
Nah. Already got 2. 1.
It's full though.
Fat. Man.
I'm blowing on that Zaza.
These bitches, good fight from these women, you know.
Oh God!
What a big knockout here. The girl showing she got power in the hands.
Let's get it.
And it just takes one big shot for her to land, and you'll be seeing birds. Just like Sylvester used to see Tweety birds when they get knocked when he used to get knocked out.
Sylvester Stallone looking ass nigga.
This old Rocky Balboa looking ass boy.
This old Joe Gans looking ass nigga.
This old John Anik mustache having ass boy.
And I'm on that. That's all. Hit the fucking like button. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Philly's home. Stephon Fulton in the building. Philly's home. We have a new star from Philadelphia. This old high ass nigga. This old baby lungs having ass nigga. The nigga got virgin lungs, my nigga. This nigga got virgin lungs, young nigga. And that's on God.
That's why they call him Herb Dean. He was smoking that herb before the fight.
Herb Dean looking ass nigga. He said 122 better than 108 on God. Them little ass weight classes, bro. You better watch out, my nigga Shamar Canal too. Shamar Canal about to make his professional debut, my nigga. And we got some big plans for Shamar Canal coming from Robert Brewster. I talked to Robert Brewster this morning. We got some great plans coming up for Shamar, nigga. Ready to take Shamar to that next level on God. Check what I said. 135, 108, 147, 122, 115, 168, 112, 118, 130, 140, 160, 154, 175, 200 pounds. I don't know about that, Geezy. Well, they must got a debate. JC, they Terrence Bailey Sr. said Aleem beating his ass, and Pasilas is a good fighter. He's a good fighter, Terrence Bailey Sr. And Aleem beating his ass like that. And that says a lot about Aleem, that he's a real good fighter. Baba looking at me. Put this phone on the charger, my nigga. Yeah. Put that shit out, nigga. Yeah, no. I ass nigga.
I'm smoking that I put it in grandpa. The boy in there crazy, I hopped up. Eating this pasta. Shit, I took like a rasta. I took a master. You know, I'm a little slower. I ain't gonna go faster.
You look like a Mazda, you said? Fat.
Slower. I ain't gonna go faster. And the mobster lost the freaking who talked you about you. Who's gonna drop you off a motherfucking bag? You can get it back. I'm selling crack. Unless it's on the stream, motherfucker UFC. You know how I'm rapping because I'm super OG. Yeah, you know me. Crony, motherfucker. Been here since 03. Smoky, motherfucking on that buds and that motherfucking nuts crazy.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Look at this old Joe Dirt looking ass, Papa. Who you got, Joe Dirt or Mahmoud?
Joe Dirt, Andrew Sanchez.
You got Joe Dirt or you got Mahmoud?
I gotta go Mahmoud. Bye. Yeah. We smoking that Zaza, fam. That Zaza pack. We're not.
No.
That gelato pack.
Well, which one did you get?
That Zaza. Zaza.
The gelato or worse? Better or worse than gelato? Bye.
Yo.
What's the rating? Better or worse? Zaza better than gelato or gelato better than Zaza? What's your rating on each? Bye.
Yep.
Which is better than which?
What? Between what?
Was the gelato better or is the Zaza better?
Zaza.
What tasted nicer?
Zaza.
Zaza.
Everything Zaza. Yeah.
Yeah, what about the hobos? Yeah, we ain't chillin' with no hobos. Yeah, we ain't chillin' with no popos. We ain't chillin' with the police. We gonna freaking throw these hands cause we crow these motherfucker. No G's. Yeah, we know G's and we know more G's, motherfucker. So we throw these hands and we scrap. We the motherfucker man who can rap. Yeah, we gonna trap. Yeah, and if you don't wanna scrap, then we gon' shoot. We the motherfucker man rapping not in a booth, but just on our feet. Motherfucker like how we kick with the motherfucking rap, with the motherfucking sick. Yeah, and we ain't no motherfucking hole, we ain't no motherfucking trick. We a pimp. Yeah, that's how we do it. We ain't simp. We real shit. Motherfucker peel shit. Just like an orange. I'm that motherfucker man on the door hinge swinging off that shit doing a chin up. Motherfucker knows I'm gonna freaking win a fight or two or even three. Am I going to run? I'm that motherfucker man who knows how to be done right. Motherfucker's gonna freaking run, fight, and fuck. I'm that motherfucker man with that gun tuck. You know, gonna freaking bust it like 50 Cent. Yeah, I can't be trusted. I'm shiesty. Motherfucker, just like who? Don't you know who? Me, not you. Yeah, motherfucker so high. It's gonna freaking rap like why? Yikes. Like freaking Bugs Bunny. Rapping on that smoke. Yeah, rapping on that funny.
Fire.
Kamaru do chin-ups with chain on like The Rock Johnson.
They say Usman left his training camp though. Some people saying Gilbert Burns is gonna whoop him. That's what they say. That's why he's left.
Baba, I'm about to take 6 shots in a row. You hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
A double, which is 2, and then another double, which is 2, so that's 4, and then 2 singles. So in 4 shots, that's 6 shots because 2 are doubles. Yeah. I got 2 2-ounce cups, and I got 2 1-ounce cups. So 2 and 2 and 1 and 1 is 6.
It's fight night. You gotta drink. Yeah. You gotta drink on fight night. Yeah.
You know. Uriah Hall? What the fuck? Chris Weidman, Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall gonna knock out Weidman? I don't know.
Oh wow, a rematch.
Yes.
That's a rematch. Chris Weidman gets his. Nah, Weidman grinds him out. Gastelum versus Heinich, who wins? February 13th.
Sign up for that contest. Bye-bye. Win tickets to UFC 259.
Andrew Sanchez, Mahmoud Murdoch. Who that?
That was a good knockout. Damn. You see that KO, Baba? It knocked his mouthpiece out and made him roll.
Yep. Mahmoud gets
What time are you at where like Sanchez knocked out that guy?
Well, he just knocked him out right now and punched on him. I'm probably
Shit, I
behind.
might be a second ahead of you. That Mahmoud's knockout was better than Sanchez's knockout, though.
Yeah, he knocked
So
him
this
out.
is a striking battle, Baba.
That's good. Knockout.
Tajikistan, ooh.
No, Andrew Sanchez liked to wrestle. But I don't know if he's going to be able to take this.
Where's Tajikistan, Baba?
I don't know.
That sounds pretty cool. Tajik?
Where's that at? You think by Russia or something?
He's Tajik? The Kazakhstan and all these ones are getting to be better fighters. Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, they're getting to be good. Even their girls, that one girl from Kazakhstan, where Borat's from, she was pretty good. She's like the next Joanna. Better than Rivas. Look at this fit ass motherfucker, Baba.
Dude's extra ripped.
Looking like a little bit skinnier version of my cousin Ian. All the muscles showing. Every muscle, ab and chest, bicep, tricep, forearm, shoulder, freaking, what's it called? Traps, side lats, thighs, calves, you know. This fit ass motherfucker. Is that what you're trying to look like, Baba? Or too lean? More size?
More size.
More size.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Andrew Sanchez looks like his parents did drugs.
That dude's ripped.
Belleville, Illinois. Shit, they might have. Belleville, Illinois. His mom and dad might have done like heroin or meth or something. Look at this guy's eyes. Droopy ass, old Snoopy ass.
Yeah. Andrew Sanchez.
He can't help way. He was born that way, like Lady Gaga with her big schnapps. What? Oh, rude.
You got him. He likes to wrestle. You know this guy.
Wrestle.
He's not
Those
one.
ears, you know he likes to wrestle.
Yeah, that's how you have to look at it. Some of them might have ears like that and still suck at wrestling.
Boxers actually have cauliflower ear a lot less than the wrestlers do. Wrestlers get cauliflower ear way more and faster than boxers do. Some of those heavyweight boxers, they don't even get cauliflower ear. They get hit right in the ear like 100 times, their ear's still fine. It gets like that from like rubbing and grinding when you're doing like clinch or like you're down on the ground, you're head to head. It's just freaking, you keep rubbing face to face.
Hey, man. Yeah, no, sometimes you gotta smoke, man. Whatever it takes. Residue, it don't matter, man. You gotta hit what you gotta hit, and that's what you gotta hit, you know.
Like look at Mahmoud's.
It gets like that sometimes, you know. And here we go, man. Middleweight Andrew Sanchez from the Ultimate Fighter. You know, Ultimate Fighter winner. Taking on Mahmoud, you know. Mahmoud gets it done.
From Uzbekistan. I thought he was from Tajikistan. Why did it say Uzbek?
I don't know, man. Maybe that's where he's from, and this is where he's fighting out of. It could be different. You know, this guy.
Uzbekistan, Borat said are assholes.
No.
That's what Borat said, but you know,
Well,
Borat's
people would say Borat's asshole too, you know.
Yeah, probably. Those people in Romania where he filmed
They probably
that movie,
hate him.
they did say he was an asshole. They said that they didn't give them much money, and he just came and filmed there, and they didn't really know what was going on because, you know, they don't really speak that English. So freaking, he gave them like a little bit of money and then filmed them. They were kind of mad at him when that movie came out, and then he made them look stupid. They were like trying to sue Borat. They're like, you made us look stupid.
Good. He did.
He might have made him look a little stupid. I don't know.
Yeah. And round one kicks off here. Andrew Sanchez.
Borat, he's a comedian.
Yeah. Coming back to the octagon after a big win, Andrew Sanchez.
Andrew Sanchez got a bag,
Yeah, no. So, you know, he won the Ultimate Fighter. How do you feel about that training out of TriStar Gym? You know.
Trash.
Yep. And, you know, he's coming off of that big win against Wellington.
He needs to do more ab work.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. He's pretty still lean. I mean, look at the guy's back, you know. He might just need a.
In that one place, Poznan, Poland, they like to fight for fun because it's like fun to fight. So they fight because it's fun. I guess people in Canada and America do that too, the little kids. I did that too. But like, you know.
You know, he beat Khalil Roundtree.
People love to fight. Shit, I wish I was in there.
Andrew Sanchez, that's how he won the Ultimate Fighter, beating Khalil Roundtree.
Khalil Roundtree didn't look that impressive tonight, and that guy fucking should not have won. Khalil Roundtree should have won. That was a robbery.
Yeah, no. They're just really just striking right now, man.
This guy had a shoulder surgery before, McMann. Hey, Baba. McMann, the 30-year-old guy, he had a shoulder surgery before. Can't you tell?
Yeah, you know. What?
Put the fights down, Baba. Gonna go to OVO streams.
You know, the fights, you know, they already started. It's just not the main event yet, man.
I'm saying you gotta go to OVO streams. That shit just shut down on AC. You gotta go to OVO streams.
At what time in the round?
What the fuck are you talking about, Baba?
It's going good for me. Oh, air.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, air. Oh, you're right. It did start fucking up.
There was one person walking this way, another one walking that way. The fire truck they're going into a house down here. People are coming to live with them. Hey, Baba.
Yo.
I think someone's having a heart attack. You know?
Nah.
Yeah, the fire truck and ambulance and you know.
Yeah, no. He'll be alright. Yeah, no.
Sometimes I feel like I'm having a heart attack, but you know, I would never call the ambulance. Fucking. You know, in California where you used to live, Papa, you gotta pay like $2,000 for an ambulance.
Yeah, no.
Probably in COVID time. COVID time is probably even more because, you know, they gotta use that for like real things. When they roll up on those homeless people who are OD, they're like, do you want an ambulance? The first thing they say is no. Because they know they're going to have to try and pay that back, and then they're going to have like people coming for them looking for money when they've not gotten them. And they'll have to go to jail.
Round 2. Kicking off Andrew Sanchez. What's up with this shit? Keeps pausing, coming back. This shit's fucked.
I don't know. America's dirty, Baba. How are you gonna charge someone for an ambulance? That's fucked up.
They charge it for everything. Welcome to America. Guess what? They charge you to even live.
You're gonna make them pay for dying?
Yeah, they're gonna charge you to live, to die, everything. They'll charge
They
you.
do actually make them pay for dying. They make them pay for their coffin. They make them pay for their funeral. They make them pay for their ambulance. They make them pay for their hospital. America, you gotta pay for everything. That's fucked up.
Yep. Welcome to great America, Bubba. So anyhow, round 2, fam. Andrew Sanchez. Yep. Shoots in. What the big 1-2 from Andrew Sanchez. Very close fight so far. When is the fight, fam? Yeah, no. Low blow from Andrew Sanchez, the Ultimate Fighter winner.
When my dog Lucky, when his organs were shut down and he couldn't walk no more and stuff, you know how much it cost to get him put down because he was dying?
A few hundred.
$500.
Yep. Welcome to the red and white. Good old Canada. Bye-bye.
No, because dogs are not covered like people are covered.
Yeah, no. Dogs should be covered just like humans. You know why? Because dogs are just like humans. Bye-bye.
I wish they were covered.
Yeah, no. Hats
Every
off.
year I gotta pay $125 for
Sweetie.
those freaking drips that go on so they don't catch all the worms or fleas or any of those other heartworms or mites or ticks or any of that shit.
Every
I gotta
year.
pay $125 every year.
Yep.
I'm gonna be having to pay it in a couple of months actually.
Too much money, man. That's why I don't want to deal with them.
It's worth it.
No, it's not, fam.
Love dogs.
Who doesn't? But who wants to deal with the cost and the responsibility? Not me.
Yeah, I do it every day.
I don't want to have to
Every day,
deal with it.
Baba.
I don't want to have to deal with it.
I've been doing it for so many years now. It's like a routine. I did it
I
with
don't want to do it.
Tampa. I did it with Lucky.
I've
I'm
had
doing it
dogs
with
too.
Sweetie. I'm on my third dog. I've had dogs basically my entire
And guess
life.
what? Yeah,
Shit,
and guess
like
what? They
it's
you have
kinda
them
like
in your entire life, and then they'll just die on you. And then what?
yeah, I know. Then you get another one. I love it too.
Nah.
Yes.
Better off never
Love
take.
them all, Baba. You love them all, every single one.
I had too many dogs that I had to give away, do this, do that. I'm done with them. I don't want to see them. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to be around them.
Dogs is like part of my routine.
No.
Yes, it's always been. When I didn't have a dog after Lucky died, I was like freaking confused on what to do. I didn't know what the hell to do.
I bet. You just lost somebody who was, there with you forever.
For 16 years. Yeah.
That's like losing one of your best buds, Better than a friend you lost, or, a better friend, a real friend.
He was a good dog. Always played ball good. Sure, he didn't like other dogs, but freaking,
That's good.
He was my buddy.
And he was a strong dog. I saw the picture of him. He was a big, strong dog.
And he was really fit all the way into old age. He just started getting skinnier when he was about 16, and then he was like starting to get old. But freaking, he was strong for a long time, like all through his years.
That's crazy, though. He lived a long time, though, 16 years to be that big too. And they always say big dogs die or whatever. Early, he was a pretty big dog.
Yeah, we treated him good though.
He always used to go out, run and all that, and do that kind of stuff.
We ran him all the time, walked him all the time. He was pretty healthy.
Yeah, if you do that, they
Like
can
he
go
never
a
even
long
got,
time.
some dogs get like sore elbows or like sore hips or like some sort of problem where they're fucking all crippled and stuff.
Yeah.
He never got crippled. He was like, his bones were good all the way into old age.
He just got sick when he got older, or
There's some dogs that is like only 10 and 11, they start getting called hip dysplasia, where they start walking funny and going real slow.
looking like an old man.
Yeah, he had freaking just, I guess, a good frame. I don't know.
Nah, because you ran him all the time. You didn't just like keep him like tied up to something where he never walked or ran. Like, you
Kept
always,
him active.
yeah. Just like with a human, if you just always run and walk and do stuff.
That's like
healthy.
my grandpa. My grandpa's freaking like 88. That guy Larry King, he just died. He was 87. Freaking, he was all hunched over and like sore and stuff. My grandpa's not sore at all. This is freaking Larry King. He was that news guy. He never moved much. Like he just like sat all the time. Sitting is like what makes you die. You gotta move, Baba.
Yeah, as long as you do
That
that.
one guy, Styles P, said movement is life. He's drinking some weird slurpy shit. He's like green leaves and Styles P's on some weird health drinks.
But you
shit
seen
now.
how much weight he lost though? He looked skinnier.
Who, Styles P lost weight?
He did one of the last videos I seen of him. He looked kind of skinny.
Buster Rhymes lost weight too.
But Busta Rhymes gained all that. I think he wanted to be that
He
big.
did, and then he lost it. Freaking, he was getting fat, and then he saw himself on a music video, and he's like, "Damn, I'm a fat motherfucker. I better start exercising again." Then he went back to
I
exercising.
mean, what? Nobody ever told him that? Like, yo, dog, you need to.
No, because like people like they like him. He's Busta Rhymes. Nobody told him he was fat. He saw himself. He's like, "Damn, I look fat," and then he started exercising again.
I mean, at one point he was in pretty good shape. Then he just got like too big. Like, he got too big. Like that dude
When he
Timberland.
was young, he was a pretty fit guy.
Yeah, but then he started doing that powerlifting kind of exercises.
So you got Mahmoud winning this?
I don't know, it was a pretty close fight, but I got Mahmoud. I thought I said he was winning in the beginning. He probably is winning this fight. Andrew Sanchez ain't really that good as a striker, more of a grappler, wrestler kind of guy.
You and your brother are still using those same blunt wraps, the silver?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What company makes those?
It's called Royal Blunts, I think. Yeah. Wait, let me see. Yeah, Royal Blunts.
I wonder if they got those in Canada. Maybe I'll buy one day so I can do the same as you and your brother.
It'll feel more satisfying than having it packed like a bowl, like, you know.
I used to smoke so many blunts, Baba, freaking. I just started smoking blunts instead. Me and my cousin, we used to smoke blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt. It was ridiculous. He still does. He smokes like a whole pack of blunts a day. But freaking, that's just too much weed. You're using so much weed. You're spending like $200 freaking in a couple of days. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but he got it like that. Why? So why? I mean, he got a shitload of weed.
I don't like, and my cousin does.
Yeah, he does. He probably got a shitload of weed, so it's like it don't
So like,
matter.
I can't be spending $200 in like 3 days.
I don't know why you just don't start growing it, bro. It's like it's legal. I mean, what a pig could go in your house and fucking go right in and see your plant. What can he say? You got the proper, you know, documents. You're good, fam. So I wouldn't even spend money on it. Just buy some good
Yeah, they
shit.
do have those. Let me see how much they are.
Buy good fire ass one, fam. Yes, you
Hold
save
on.
a shit.
Hemperillo, Royal Blunts, Hemperillo, silver.
You know, fam.
They make that shit out of hemp, Baba.
They got some. They got hemp one. They got all type of different ones. The one we
Royal
get.
Blunts, Hemperillo, single packs.
Nah,
Royal Blunts
is it-
boxes.
look up Royal Blunt's flavorless. Oh, Andrew Sanchez is in trouble here.
Damn.
Mahmoud put in a hand. It's all over. Yes, sir.
Oh, finish him.
Andrew Sanchez. You know, all over. Read them and weep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Baba. Someone's dead down there, Baba.
Mahmoud. Where down your building?
Just down the road, like maybe 30 feet away.
Where you said that dude had a heart attack or something?
Yeah, they got the fire truck, 2 ambulance, like a cop car. This is freaking. They never even left. I think motherfucker's dead, Baba.
Yeah. It happens.
Like if he was going to be saved, they would have like been racing to the hospital already. You know. Motherfucker. Oh, freaking Sanchez did the wobbly legs.
You know, that's a big win for him. You know, beating a man who won the Ultimate Fighter.
Down there, Baba.
Huh?
I hope nobody's dead down there. That looks like the nice little senior's house where the man and wife sat on the porch. Just a nice little senior couple. I hope either the man's not dead or the wife's not dead. I hope neither one of them's dead. That's a nice couple. I would wave at them. They would wave at me and my dog. I walked with my mom before, and they waved at both of us, and we waved at them, and they were a nice wee couple. Happy wee couple would sit on the porch. Hopefully one of them's not dead. They are old, but like, let's hope for the best.
Yeah.
Shit, it kind of looks like one of them's dead, but like, you know, let's hope one's not dead. He said, "Mama, Papa." He said that, Baba. He said, "Mama, Papa."
Mock move, getting it done, you know. Big win on Andrew Sanchez, former Ultimate Fighter winner, man. Yeah.
How he said, "Mama, Papa." Why you say that, Baba?
Because he's the man. You know, he picking up a big win late in the fight like that. He deserves to say whatever he wants.
Parents,
you know?
He's got parents?
I think, man. I don't know, man. Some say raised by wolves. I don't know. That way he fights, I would say raised by wolves. Bye-bye. Look at that big shot, you know. Sanchez buckled his knees. He went in for the kill. He unloaded with a barrage of strikes. Right down the pipe, you know. 1, 2, bam. You know, did the stinky leg. Stank, I mean, you know. And there you go. The rest was history.
Oh, shit. Someone did die, Baba.
Somebody died in Toronto.
For sure. They brought the coroners, Baba.
Dang.
You wouldn't think the coroner would come this late at night. It's 11:16.
I guess they gotta come when somebody dies. What else is they gonna do?
What do you mean? They would just get like a call at home and like, you gotta come. Shit. Hard job. seeing dead people all the time. That's worse than a funeral director. A funeral director, at least they're like in the coffin. Shit, some of them are open, but most of them are closed. Like, fucking, at least that's not as bad. If you were like maybe the guy who is a cremationist who does the cremation, that's probably shitty. If you're a coroner, that's probably shitty. I wouldn't want to be a cremationist or a coroner.
Yeah. The job's a job. You gotta take it. I wouldn't mind doing it.
Diaz versus Joe
They
Riggs.
pay right.
Joe Riggs, bare knuckle boxing. What do you think about it?
Joe Riggs is a legend. That's what I think about it.
Ireland. Diddly potatoes. When we're going to Ireland with the Covers, you know we're rovers, going all the way from the hills to Dover. And we're going all the way down in the Scotland, and we're running, we're popping, we're rolling, we're rocking. With these motherfuckers, we're gonna fight in the face. Yeah, giving away the man, and we're running with the plan, and here we go. Yes, we got killed in the Scott Park. I actually running with the thing. I don't know.
You know, and RIP Hank Aaron, fam.
By those shots are kicking in.
Yeah, no, keep drinking. That's when you turn it up. When
I did 6 and then another 2. I'm on 8 shots.
now you do.
But I'm saying,
Now you take.
of course, but I'm saying, fucking, I better not fall asleep before Conor McGregor.
You know, you take one more right before it kicks in. That's the best.
I says I'm gonna take 2 more shots in a minute. I'm on 8. It's gonna be.
That is all.
10 shots in a minute. Chop, 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 chop.
So you know the co-main event is next, fam.
No, it's not.
After Jessica I and Joanne Calderwood. Yeah.
No, I'm smoking that smoke, dog. Let me smoke, dog.
So you got the big fight, Baba. You got
Houdini, R.I.P. Houdini.
R.P. Houdini. Do you feel me? R.P. Hank Aaron, legend who played baseball and had to overcome racism, fam. So listen here, Bubba, and listen clear. Listen here, Bubba. So you know you got Scotland in the building. How do you feel about yours truly?
The way she speaks, fucking Joanne Calderwood.
Who gets it done?
Shit, I hope Calderwood, but Jessica, I might get it done.
Who has the nicer ass between Jessica I and Joanne Calderwood?
Sometimes Calderwood, but not when she's fighting. And not no more for she used to. But now that she's got skinny, it's kind of lost. So Calderwood.
Yeah, Calderwood gets it done. I think if she stuffed the takedown, she easily wins. You know she got the hands. It's a good fight for women. You know? So we're going Calderwood plus 300. Yep. Right now. Yes or no, fam?
Uh-oh, Baba.
What happened?
The cops.
They're going over there?
I'm just hoping they don't see all this fucking weed.
They can't
Shit,
do
you know,
shit.
you're supposed to only have you're supposed to have 1 ounce. I got a bunch. Hold on.
The pigs. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yep.
I remember they knocked my door a couple of times. I remember one time they came. As they came.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they
They
don't
were
have
like
the,
right there at the door. I was fucking hiding, and then I answered the door.
they don't have the right to search your house without no reason.
I know. Unless it's in plain sight, then they do. If they see it in plain sight, like it's there, then they can come in. But if it's hidden, no, they can't.
I mean, that's if they feel like doing all that. Sometimes they might see it and they probably don't even want it. But weed's legal there.
Yeah, but not in large amounts. No,
Yeah, but say if you just left like a gram somewhere over there, they still can't search your house.
Like how my cousin had 40 pounds, he had to do 3 years.
That's it?
Yes.
You know how much they'd give you for 40 pounds in America?
Like 15.
Shit, probably more. Probably around there. But fuck, that's a long time. For 3 years, that ain't shit. Canada is like,
The way that Joanne Calderwood speaks,
they let you
reminds me
out
of this old tape
for
that
shit.
my grandma had, where it was like people from Scotland talking, and I just love that accent. Because my grandma and grandpa, that's how they talked all my life when I was a little baby, and I was like kind of raised by them. So I just kind of love the Scottish accent. It's a good accent. Oh, you can't shove your granny off the bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny off the bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny because she's your mommy's mommy, and you can't shove your granny off the bus.
Joanne Calderwood gets it
Can
on.
you throw a jelly piece off a 20-story flat? My cousin Ian, he's bought so much different places now, it's ridiculous. He bought one house in Oakville, and then he bought what's it called? Like kind of like a tri-story townhouse thing in Etobicoke. And then he bought like a condo in fucking Toronto. This motherfucker was on like the 23rd floor of some sort of building, like way up high in the sky. And then he was running his gym, going down from the condo to the gym. And then he would go to like the house in Oakville, and he would have his girlfriend, or no, his wife now, and the dog in Oakville. But then he would have like a tri-story townhouse thing near his mom in freaking Etobicoke. And then he sold the thing in Etobicoke, but his mom's still in the tri-story townhouse thing in freaking near me and my mom. But now he just only lives in like Toronto only, like just downtown. We've got to take like 15-minute drive on the little highway to get to we're still part of Toronto. But it says Etobicoke, you got to get on the little highway right next to it and take like a little 10-15-minute drive down the highway to get into the big city where the CN Tower and the stadium and all the shit is. We live where the buildings are.
And you heard it first. Danny the Great. Conor McGregor is an arm-slapping soft bum. Conor McTapper.
On the real Toronto, remember that
You heard
video
it
I showed
first.
you?
Danny the Great. Shout outs to Danny the Great in the building.
Bye-bye.
McTapper is a disgrace to combat sports.
I'm telling you something, bye-bye.
Yo.
Remember that real Toronto video we watched?
Yep.
That one guy from Rexdale and Etobicoke, he's like, we're the most drug-infested neighborhood in Etobicoke, man, for years. That one guy, he's like, they call me Spooky, and I've been on this block. That one guy, he's like, they killed a man right over here, body drop, blood leaking, right down to the drain. That guy.
Appreciate it, Danny the Great, man. Shout outs to you, man. Thank you for stopping by, man. Showing love as always. Danny the Great, my dad is fit. Yo, what's up, man? the Pitbull would in McTapper's life. You know, I agree with you, man. You know, the guy isn't well rounded. You know, he only has one trick up his sleeve, and that's that left hook. You know, don't have a ground game, not good at wrestling. You know, the people would kill him in the octagon. Literally, McTapper would be dead. Yeah, I know. Conor, you know, he just got a left hook. That's all he's known for. Yeah, no. No ground game. Don't have good takedown defense. The Pitbull is an animal. You're right, he is, man. You know, and that's why he's been champ. He beat Michael Chandler, who's going to fight next. You know, Pitbull knocked out Michael Chandler, stepped up in weight class and beat him. He's a cherry picker, you know. McGregor, he's just not that good, you know. He just has that striking. That's it.
What do you think about Eggo waffles?
Yeah, no, good, tasty. Is it healthy? I don't know.
There ain't no carbs in it or what?
That's all it is.
Good carbs, good energy.
Waffles, pancakes. Yeah, no. Are they good? Yeah, but nah, similar. Kind of made pretty much, just in a different shape and texture, kind of. Khabib. Yeah, you know, I made a deal with the people on here. I said I will show the fights once, you know, the stream gets enough people in here, but you know, they're not, the people ain't piling up like I thought. Hey, you know, we ain't gonna take that risk, but you know, yeah, Khabib, he beat his ass. That, you know, the only reason why Conor's even thinking about making a comeback is because of what Khabib has done, you know, made that retirement. If Khabib wasn't retired,
the referee should be like, watch your fingers.
Yeah, no, that's part of the game sometimes, you know. Eye pokes, you know.
Close your hands.
Hey, you know, that's why he came back. You know, he retired, you know, and easy way back to a title for Conor. So that's why he made that move. Because if Khabib was still around, you know, Conor would be a no-show. Khabib, greatest lightweight in the UFC history, in my opinion. You know, hopefully he does come back. You know, Joanne Carterwood and Jessica I just in one of those phone booth type fights, you know, just banging it out in very close, and they're just, you know, banging it out. Very tough fight. You know, Jessica I, you know, being the aggressor, tying up Calderwood against the cage here, trying to land some strikes in the you know, in the clinch here. And Jessica I, you know, is looking to wear out Calderwood with this style of fighting. You know, Jessica I has a great top game as well. Conor does what's right for the business in his favor. Yeah, no, I just feel like, you know, why not come back? He's gonna earn a big payday, and he's fighting against a guy he's already beat before in Dustin Poirier. So it's like big payday, easy fight, you know, and that's how I feel like, you know, Khabib's not there is an easy way to the title. You don't have that many good guys at lightweight with Khabib going. You have up and comers, but the top tier guys, Conor McGregor could tear him up easily. Think about it. He's already beat Dustin. He beat Cerrone. I mean, Justin Gaethje, he can knock out Gaethje as well. I mean, Gaethje lost to Dustin. Gaethje's lost to Eddie. I mean, Conor could easily beat him. I mean, he has nobody in front of him, really. Tony Ferguson is washed up. That's an easy win for Conor as well. Tony will get pieced up by Conor. Conor has an easy way to the title. I'll say the toughest fight, will be guys, like Charles Oliveira, but Conor could easily whoop his ass too. He doesn't have that many tough fights. Michael Chandler, guys like that, but he could easily knock those guys out. An easy road to a title. Why not take it? Without Khabib there, anybody could be champion in lightweight right now. You have prospects though, but those guys are still has a long ways to go. By that time, Conor could win the belt, defend it maybe once or two more times, retire before he has to fight another tough guy. Maybe fight Khabib if he comes back. Very tough round between Jessica and Calderwood. Yeah. And there, I just hope this fight, ends very quick, man. Which probably won't happen. Another long decision. 2 females. We want to get to the co-main. We want to watch the main. We don't want to be watching, a lackluster performance once again. Going to the hands of the judges. We're sick of the judges. And then you have next Saturday the Lakers taking on the Boston Celtics and Jaylen Brown. So make sure you guys watch that. Check in. Lakers, Celtics, Jaylen Brown, the best shooting guard in the game, going against LeBron. Great game. Big left lands from Calderwood. Nice leg kick. And Joanne is really landing some good strikes here in round 2. Oh, big front kick to the face. You seen that? Serrano.
I saw it.
She got hands, fam. You see that jab? You see her jab? That reminds me of somebody jab from EA3. Calderwood gets the takedown. Nice push kick from Calderwood. Just beat. Joanne looks good, fam. Her striking's always been sharp. But Jessica eyes just keep coming, walking forward, trying to get this fight close in the clinch. Make it a brawl, but keeping it very close and tight, Being able to have this style of this dirty boxing, as they call it, taking the play out of Randy Couture's book, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Known for his dirty boxing, his clinch work. And that's what you're seeing here from Jessica. She's just moving forward. Eating shots, but, she's taking them very well. I really feel like Calderwood on the feet is just a lot better than Jessica. Jessica has great conditioning. It's never been a problem for her. She could go 10 rounds like this easily. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second round here. Nice knee by Calderwood. Landing some good shots from Joanne. Oh, wow. She's looking good. And she's representing Scotland in a great way right now. So shout outs to Scotland. Calderwood trying to bring the W home. Yeah. I feel like, going into this third round is going to come down to who wants this fight more. I feel like it's one round apiece here. I feel like Jessica I might have got round one, just being more aggressive, just working a little bit, a tad more. Calderwood easily dominates round two. She still has a minute and 20 work here, but she's just out striking Jessica. She looks like a punching bag right now, Joanne landing some nice body kicks, as always. And these kicks are adding up here. One more fight here, man. Until the good fights. It's been a long journey here. Calling this fight card long, card here. You didn't see the best fights, let's just say that. A lot of lackluster, a lot of decisions, a lot of fights you could have fell asleep going through, And Jessica lands a big takedown with 30 seconds left here. Is going to be enough to still go this round? Yeah. Serrano. Smokey. How do you feel about round two? Who won this round? And
Jessica.
I stole the round to you off of this takedown. You sure you're watching this thing fight, man?
No, Calder would call him. Oh, man.
Yeah, no. Round three. Fam. Let's see. Let's see here. Are you going to show the fight? Conor ain't a real fighter. He's a businessman. Conor too busy sucker punching old men in bars because they won't take a shot of his shitty whiskey. Conor a hoe. And Conor a racist. Conor called black fighters monkeys and called us boys. So when I see Conor, it's on sight. And you heard it first from Danny the Great. Them words he said exactly gonna catch up to him at the end. Because Danny the Great, when he catch him, it's on sight. And he gonna hit him with that right. And it's night. You feel me? Because we don't play around on that racist shit, You feel me? Everybody's equal out here, and that's the way it should be, Nobody's better than no one. everyone comes as one together. You feel me? So, yeah, feel me? We ain't with that shit. You feel me? And know what I'm saying? Because ain't all people racist, but, you know, you got a lot of them, you know. 2021, we putting an end to that shit. You feel me? McGregor, you know, he been ducking Khabib, and that's why he back. Yes, sir. Danny the Great. 2021, that shit dead. That's in the past, you know. Because if I catch anybody saying that shit to me, you feel me? I'm gonna give them a world of hurt. You feel me? Because you know why? Did Khabib not only just a better fighter overall, he's a better person. You know, look how he carries himself. Conor carries himself like trash. You know, drinking liquor on stage and, you know, disrespecting people, and, you know, that type of shit ain't gonna get you far. You know, being respectful, being good to the game, paying your homage to the guys before you, you know, having respect for every opponent you get, you know, is gonna get you farther in anything in life. You know, Khabib, he carry himself, even if he don't like you, he's gonna respect you, but he still knows at the end of the day he's just a better fighter. You know, and that's why Khabib is as great as he is, not only because, you know, being just a phenomenal fighter, but being a good human at the end of the day. And being a good person is gonna pay off overall. You know, that's why guys like George St. Pierre got so far in the sport. You know, being just a good, great person overall, not just at fighting. And you seen how far being respectful and being good, you know, to the game, and, you know, taking your opponent very seriously. And, you know, that's why the top guys were guys like GSP, Khabib, not trash talkers like Conor McGregor. You know, yeah, he made a lot of money, but is he as great as George and Khabib? No. You can still be great. You've seen, you know, Mayweather do it in boxing, but, you know, the only thing the media records Floyd is him talking trash, talking about showing off all his good shit that he got. But no, the camera's never around when he's, you know, helping people out and, you know, taking care of people that I'm pretty sure he does. It's like, nah, the camera's not around to show that, but they're going to show him talk trash and, you know, splurge and all that. But they don't want to show, you know, when he does these donations, helping people out, doing charity work. They don't talk about that, you know. Some people, they you know, they know when to do that kind of stuff. You know, they don't know, you know, some people, you know, I feel like Mayweather's a guy, you know, that's just an act. When that camera comes on, when they talk about boxing, he knows what he needs to do to sell. He does that. That's an image in a role that he plays on television and whatnot. But behind the scenes, no one knows what goes on, you know. So, you know, maybe he turns on that act once the camera comes on. But once the camera's off, he's a total different guy, you know. Yeah, you know, he needed to do what he needed to do to sell fights, to become the biggest star in boxing, is to play that role. But behind cameras, he's not that guy, you know. He ain't, Who doesn't like nice things or whatnot? So, I mean, he worked hard for it. He made the money. He could afford it. Why not? But, Floyd, hey, he's probably a whole different kind of guy, He knew what he needed to do to market himself. And everybody knows what people want to see. Trash talkers get their ass whooped or, something like that, or even win a fight, So they're going to pay attention to the guy talking about Conor. Yeah, exactly. Nah, he never showed it. Exactly. He did everything Floyd did, talk about all these luxury things, showing off, trying to be some kind of showboat. And, everybody knows where that came from, Floyd. Nobody was doing that before Floyd. Floyd was the first guy, to really show off, showboat, showing off all these expensive cars, planes, watches, jewelry, all this. Of course, Floyd was the first guy to start doing that. And everybody, all these young guys, that's where they take it from, But the thing is, you got to learn you got to know, Floyd, he was the best boxer of all time. Never lost a fight. He knew that he was the best. So he knew he could play that role. These other guys, they try to play that role, but you don't even know deep down inside, you're not the best guy, So if you can't really back it up, don't try to be that guy, man. Until you know deep down inside, you're the best. You could run your mouth and back it up, but those guys can't, And the co-main event is going to start. Big fight, Michael Chandler taking on Daniel Hooker at lightweight. Yeah, he made a ton of money, and that's what he was trying to do. Floyd still cashing out. Yeah, man, I remember he did that MMA fight in Japan with some guy from Rising, and he cashed out big over there too. Now he's about to make another big payday against fighting some joke. The 40-year-old past prime Floyd, who went to the strip club all fight week, all trained 3 weeks to fight, walked through Conor's heart. Yeah, he did, man. I mean, Conor he didn't belong. He didn't belong in that boxing ring. He didn't belong in there with anyone, boxing wise. Especially for your first fight. Come on. He was never that good. Floyd, the only thing, when Floyd made that fight happen with Conor, the only thing he seen was the biggest payday of his life, and the easiest one at that, It's like his easiest payday was his biggest payday. That was the easiest fight of his career, and he got paid the most. Floyd made a great move. Why not? You fight real tough guys your whole life, and then they tell you, here, we're going to give you pretty much a bum to fight in the boxing game to get the biggest payday. And that's what he's doing again with Jake Paul. He's probably going to make so much money off of that for a joke of a sparring. He's probably going to spar him pretty much. Walk out, go in fresh, walk out fresh, and walked out paid. Just like he did in Japan. Beat on some little dude. I say if it's easy money for Floyd, I tell him I'm all for it, man. He deserved it, man. I mean, he had a lot. That dude undefeated his whole boxing career, man. That's unheard of, man. I've never knew it anybody to never lose once. Everybody loses once, man. Everybody at least loses once. They gotta basketball players lose. Everybody lose. The dude never lost, man. He's definitely going down in the record books, greatest of all time. I want to see Pitbull and Conor's career in the octagon. You know, Conor, hopefully they can make it happen, man. Hopefully Pitbull one day could go to the UFC or Conor comes to Bellator, but I don't know, man. I don't think Pitbull is going to leave Bellator, man, to go to the UFC. I don't know. He's been in Bellator a long time, man. And Pitbull, you know, he knocked out Michael Chandler, who's on the co-main event, about to fight right now. It's just Pitbull, you know, they don't get a Bellator guys the respect they deserve. Conor likes the cojones. Yes, sir. Conor, he just wants to get those big paydays, win or lose. At the end, as long as he makes that big payday, in his books, he wins. You know, it ain't about. I want to see, you know, Pitbull got a tough fight ahead of him, though, man, against, you know, I think he got to fight AJ McKee, man. That dude's a monster, AJ McKee. He got a big fight ahead of him. So heading to the co-main event, man. Michael Chandler, Daniel Hooker. I would like to see, you know. I think Conor maybe beat Charles Oliveira, really, man. Charles Oliveira is just, you know, that was a great performance against Tony. But really, this lightweight division is open, man. Anybody can really be a champ. It's Pitbull time. Pitbull, man. The dude's a monster. Don't get the respect he deserves, for sure. A lot of guys in Bellator slept on. A lot of guys from Bellator could move to the UFC and be a champ very easily. Yeah, no. The co-main event at lightweight, you know, one step closer to the main event. Finally, it's been a long card. A lot of decisions, you know. Let's hope for a big finish here in the co. Get right to the main event, and let's just see some finishes, you know. You actually seen this card and you thought you were going to get a better card, but it was a lot of decisions on this card. Yeah. You know, Michael Chandler, has been a guy who should have been in the UFC, I feel like, years back. He was a Bellator champion. He, made that transition finally to make the UFC his home. But he has his hands very cut out for him here against the one and only Daniel Hooker out of New Zealand. Seen him against Dustin Poirier have a very great fight that went 5 rounds. He came up short, but we know Daniel Hooker has some of the best striking in the lightweight division. Knocked out Gilbert Burns, who's fighting for a title at welterweight against Usman. So you know the skills that Daniel Hooker brings when it comes to striking. Michael Chandler, it has a great wrestling background. He has the power in his striking to knock you out with one punch. This has been a guy that I've watched for a very long time. And this has what it takes to be one of the best fights of the year. Daniel Hooker, the thing that he brings to the table is how, how he strikes with different, he's a little bit more, a little bit more technical than most when it comes to striking. He mixes it up well. He could throw the knees. He has vicious elbows. He's going to have, that reach advantage. He's 6 foot and Michael Chandler's only 5'8" here. He has that 75.5 inch reach. Chandler's only has a 69 reach. That's one thing that's always played a role for me. Is Michael Chandler a little undersized at lightweight? Being the older fighter, 34 years old, making his debut in the UFC at 34. Iron Michael Chandler, some people say, he was one of the best fighters that wasn't in the UFC. But I think, like I've said, undersized lightweight. Daniel Hooker, I feel like he's going to have a big reach advantage. And you'll see how much bigger Daniel Hooker is than Michael Chandler. Yeah, Michael Chandler's a monster. He's built like a tank, but, his reach at 69 at lightweight, you'll have to say it's a pretty short reach, and, he could be in trouble. Daniel Hooker has always done a good job of being able to keep fighters in striking range before you can even touch him. But this is a big debut for Michael Chandler. It's not an easy fight for him. Very tough fight. Is Michael Chandler going to be able to use his wrestling possibly to pick up the win? You can't sleep on his wrestling. He's a great wrestler. And, that could play a big role here in a fight for Chandler if he decides to use it. How is the UFC jitters going to be for him? Is he going to be nervous, taking on his first fight in the UFC? A lot of great fighters lost on their debut in the UFC. The nerves, your first time here. A lot of attention on you, all eyes on you. And is he going to be able to react well to that? The main event, Dan, the Hang, man, Hooker. Great fight. Yeah, no, he wanted the best, and that's what Dana gave him. The best fighter, you know, for him to make that debut against. Everybody's been watching Daniel Hooker. Everybody's seen, you know, how he could get the finishes. It's very rare to see Daniel Hooker, you know, struggle with someone on the feet besides someone like Edson Barbosa, who gave him a tough fight. But besides that, you know, Hooker just been one step ahead of everyone when it comes to really striking. You know, he trains with Israel, so they're striking together. You know, we've seen them spar together as well on YouTube, and they had crazy sessions. So you know, his striking is a lot better than most. This is a good fight. Um, I would like to see if Michael Chandler go back to his wrestling roots, bring the fight down to the ground, make this, you know, a wrestling match. You see what I mean? You have a man and Michael Chandler, you know, who's giving up that reach advantage, you know, and he's only 5'8". You know, you got a big lightweight that's 6 foot and Dan Hooker. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. And here we are. The moment I've been really waiting for, the debut of Michael Chandler. Big Bellator guy. Watch Bellator, watch his career, watch him, you know, become one of the best lightweights in all of MMA. And here we go. Haney the Great. Devin Haney, you know. Devin Haney Promotions, you know. That's what it's all about. Michael Chandler, Daniel Hooker. And there he goes right here, man. Round one, Michael Chandler and Daniel Hooker. Hooker is just, you know, a lot bigger than Michael Chandler. You know, arms a lot more longer.
Conor ain't fight yet?
Nah, it's the co-main event next.
Little faded ass nigga.
This nigga.
No, faded Jamaican ass nigga.
Jamaican.
Jamaican funk ass nigga. Give me that blunt, nigga.
Look at Michael Chandler from Bellator.
He's winning.
Nah.
Give me
This
that
fight
fucking
just
blunt.
started. Michael Chandler on him.
And this nigga just won the championship, nigga.
Who?
Nigga who was on barbershop conversations.
Let me check that.
It
What?
was on boxing. Nigga had
What,
hands.
dude?
Stephon Fulton.
Oh, Chandler.
Nigga about to drop the computer and shit.
This nigga.
Drop this
All
shit.
over. Michael Chandler gets it done. Round 1. On his
Bellator
debut
is way better than
for Bellator. Michael Chandler.
Yeah! Dang, a lot of people at that shit. Where they at?
I forgot. Someplace.
Damn, that's a lot of motherfuckers at that fight.
What a debut for Michael Chandler.
Yeah!
You know, coming from a long road to get to the UFC. Starting off in Bellator into now getting it done in the round 1. Michael Chandler.
Michael Bisping looking ass nigga.
This old Michael Calendar looking ass nigga.
Michael Stansler.
This old Michael Calendar looking ass nigga.
Bam! Hard left hand. Fuck him up with that left hand. Fuck his ass up.
Michael Chandler.
Michael Chandler looking ass nigga. What's up with Bellator? When is they fighting?
Yeah, no. Michael Chandler. Say, God. Right into the main event now. Yep.
They gonna wait. They ain't gonna go straight to the middle. Waiting for the middle.
Hit the fucking like button. Danny the Great. Pitbull about to show out. Oh, he's talking about Pitbull. It's Pitbull time. This nigga Danny the Great. Crazy ass nigga Danny the Great. Maximize this. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. This is what you know looking ass nigga. Live on Restream, my nigga. Well, Boss Top, nigga. Fuck you mean? We gotta do the post-fight reaction show to this as well. Post-fight reaction show. Yeah. Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. Immediate reaction. Right after the fucking fight. I would do it. That's what I'm gonna do. We gotta do post-fight reaction. Well, these about to start going back on YouTube like a motherfucker to watch. Time to take over now. Back to the takeover, nigga. Constant, daily UFC shows once a day. Tomorrow, yo, fucking, what's that shit called? Not reaction, but recap show, yeah. UFC 257 recap. Who lost out? Yeah. I'm gonna do it with you. I'm gonna ask you some questions.
I'll be asking you questions pretty much. Me and you, post fight show. Let's see how it go. One post fight show. UFC 257 post fight, nigga. Oh God. That nigga happy as fuck. Who is that nigga with the beard right there?
Who knows?
Who the fuck is that nigga?
Probably trainer.
Yeah, Michael Chandler, get it and it done. Yeah.
All over, yeah. No. Michael Chandler making one of the biggest debuts in the UFC history with that big one. Yeah, no. That I feel like that finish was weird. Yeah, no. I don't know about it. Yeah. Feel like Hooker. Yeah, no. This sport, all sports, you get what I'm saying? Just yeah, iffy. Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, as soon as the referee came over there, he walked up and stand up like nothing was wrong with him. Yeah, you get me? You get me. Weird finish. Didn't like it. Yeah. Maybe fixed. Yeah, never know. Yeah. 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 That main event, yeah, one of those moments we've been waiting on. Yeah, no, we've been streaming for hours, so it's been a long road to get here. Glad to get here. The main event, you have the Diamond, Dustin, Poirier, Conor, McGregor, the rematch. Yeah, no. We've seen these men in the octagon before. McGregor made quick work of them. Got him out of there, knocked him out. But that was years back. Let's see if Poirier, made those adjustments from back in the day to become the better fighter this time around? Is he going to be able to get the fight down on the ground if he needs to? You know, Poirier has good submissions. I don't know. Can he possibly submit him? I say Poirier is a better fighter. You know, he's more well-rounded. He has more ways to win, you know. But that doesn't get you the job, you know, all the time. Yeah. McGregor, as you see, it just takes one good shot for him to land, and it could be over, you know. Michael Johnson was a guy that knocked out Poirier. Yeah. If you're faster than Poirier and you catch him faster, you know, you could beat him. And that's what we've seen time and time. Yeah, Michael Johnson, like I said, who hasn't did anything really great, you know, in the UFC, you know. But the only thing he's known for really is that time he knocked out Dustin Poirier. That's all he will be known for. But Dustin fought for the title, you know. He's went off and had a great career. So, yeah, no. If he's losing to guys like Michael Johnson, maybe he really isn't that good, you know. Yeah. And that lightweight division is pretty much just, yeah, you know, you have a lot of potential there, but, you know, you look at the top guys now, you know, anyone could be a champ now, lightweight, without Khabib there. If Khabib was there, you know, he would be the champ already. Yeah. If he comes back, he will win the belt. But Islam Makhachev is definitely a guy you got to watch out for. Yeah. He could be a champ, you know, for sure. But, you know.
What happened to the stream, fam?
It's still working.
Yes.
You seen Michael Chandler, fam? That was a good one.
McGregor's walking out. Whoa!
There you hear it. Conor McGregor. One of the best trash talkers of all time. Would say the biggest star in MMA history of all time. Definitely. Yeah, no. That man known for sleeping out, or at that time Aldo was known to be the best in all of MMA. Yeah. And that's what happened. You know, McGregor went off and beat Eddie Alvarez to become, you know, a 2-division champ. You can't name a lot of people who's became a 2-division champ. You know, lightweight, featherweight.
Baba?
Yeah, no.
Why is your brother not watching it with you?
Yeah, no. McGregor.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. I think he's boxing tonight. Yeah, no. But McGregor, fam, does he get it done or what? Tell me who wins, fam. Conor McGregor wins it on round 1. You hear it first from the one and only. Yeah, no. Dublin, Ireland. I mean, would you have to say that Conor McGregor was the biggest star in MMA history? Fam? Is McGregor the biggest star ever?
Almost. Soon to be. If he don't lose right here.
What happened if he loses? He's still the biggest? How? McGregor made the most money than any
If he
fighter.
loses here, though, it'll be bigger
bigger stars than him.
How he fought Mayweather? He's the biggest star ever.
Someone else will do crazy shit. Some
No,
of your true punk.
the only guy maybe Israel. Not even John Jones. But Conor McGregor is the biggest thing ever. And when you think about it, went off, fought Mayweather. Yeah, no. Love him, hate him. You gotta respect him. He's the biggest name in the sport. Yeah, that man got the that cha-ching. Yes, sir. McGregor came in with a clean shave, bald head. That shit. Yeah, how you feel about it? Hard. That shit's hard. I say McGregor gets it done. Yeah. He got it done once, it'd be twice. And if it was a third time, it'd be thrice. You know? You know, it's always good to see, McGregor back in the game, Gotta look like the worst in the first fight, probably. What happened? Poirier shoots in, takes his bag, tap him out, fam. Huh? How many shots in?
A lot.
What's a lot?
16. I still got like another. What's the double?
Got the double.
I got another 6.
You got the double decker.
What's 16 plus 6?
Yeah, fam.
That's
Like
10, 12. What's 10, 12?
20.
22. 22,
No.
Baba.
So here's Poirier,
I know I see Poirier.
Lafayette,
10,
Louisiana.
12 is 22. 10, 12. Yep.
Nah. Yeah, no.
Hopefully it'll be a clean, good fight, What do you think, Baba?
Good fight. I'm happy.
So how's that Zaza?
The Zaza. Yeah, the fight on. Yeah, sir.
No, the Zaza weak.
Man, it's all right. It ain't all that, bro.
Gelato.
Nah. Yeah, no. Wow, they touch gloves before the fight. Weird. Yeah, but they usually touch gloves when when the referee brings the thing to the gloves.
So don't do it again.
No. So Conor McGregor is not the trash talker that we once knew anymore. He changed up his swag, fam. And now Conor McGregor. This nigga. Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know, fam.
No.
Yeah, no. There you have it. The main event. The best left hook.
McGregor lose this shit. I hope he loses.
The best left hook in the game.
I hate this nigga Conor McGregor. Nigga.
Seen that ball.
Fuck Conor McGregor. Fuck him.
Seen that ball head he got. See.
He's a bitch. Conor is a fucking bitch. Beat his ass.
Let's
Man,
go.
Poirier gonna knock this nigga out.
Nah.
Poirier gonna knock out Conor McGregor. Y'all watch. He about to get knocked
who
out,
you
bro.
got?
He about to get knocked out. I got Poirier. McGregor.
Serrano.
Poirier about to whoop his ass.
Who you got?
He about to whoop his ass. Watch. Nah. He's fucking garbage. He's not good. Conor never been good, man. He get to Floyd whoop his ass. He's better than Conor. Conor been out the ring, been fighting the bums. Conor been fighting bums for all these years, bruh.
Poirier is one of those bums.
But Poirier been staying active. He fought against Dan Hooker.
Poirier's first time. You don't think he's gonna lose the
Poirier
second
been
time?
fighting better fighters. Conor been fighting. He been fighting fucking old ass. What's his name? That old ass nigga. Donald Cerrone always got knocked out. Beat Conor's ass. Beat Conor's ass. Hit the like button. Beat Conor's ass. Come on.
This man tripping. Conor.
Who's in there?
Jack. Jack.
Badu Jack.
Jack. Talk to Jack, nigga. Is Jack right? Yes or no?
Talk to Badu Jack.
Connor. It's Connor time.
Conor.
Everybody's in here saying Connor now. Connor.
Fuck Conor.
You know, a 2-division champ. Bye-bye.
Look at Conor. He think he is shit. I want Conor to get his ass whooped. And Conor's ducking Jake Paul, by the way. Everybody knows he's ducking Jake Paul. Jake Paul will knock his ass out too. Fuck Conor. Conor is a bitch. Let's go, Dustin Poirier, baby America. USA. Let's go, Poirier, baby.
USA, let's go.
Let's go, Poirier. USA, baby. Conor. He gonna whoop Conor's ass. I want him to beat Conor's ass, bro. Fuck Conor. Conor is a fucking bitch. I've never seen a bitch like Conor before. He's a fucking bitch. Fucking hate Conor. I think he's a fucking pussy, Conor, bro. Yay! Poirier gets his revenge.
2 featherweights meet back with each other at lightweight. Wow.
Conor is naturally the bigger guy. Conor versus Dustin. Let's go, Dustin. Round number 1. A lot of people there. The fuck? Okay.
Go take.
Round number 1. Conor comes out blazing. Go ahead, do your job, nigga.
Yeah, though.
Oh, Conor with a jab. Conor with a hard jab. Conor coming right after him. Poirier gonna counter his ass, knock him out. Watch. Poirier ain't no hoe, bro. Oh, counter punch from Poirier with the right, nigga. Poirier on Conor. Oh, he just nicked Conor up. Conor got a swollen cheek already. Go to commentary, nigga. Let me hear you. Oh, Poirier! Yeah! Take down Poirier! Conor's down. Yes! Poirier whooping his ass. Whooping him. Look, Conor's left eye already swollen. Conor looking at the clock. Conor's scared like crazy. Yeah, Conor's scared. Yeah! Keep him down. Maul his ass. He's a bitch. Fuck Conor looking at the clock, looking at Herb Dean and Dana White to help him and shit. fuck Conor. Oh, he's back up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he about to take him back down. Got him in the clinch. Conor can't fight in the clinch.
Poirier. Got good submissions too.
Conor think he's just stronger than him. That's what he thinks.
I get it. I get it.
Conor think he's bigger. Conor with the shoulder bumps. What do they call that move right there?
Shoulder shrugs.
Conor with an elbow. Tell him what Conor's doing, nigga.
There you go. Dustin Poirier in the clinch.
Clinched him up. He whooping Conor's ass in round number one.
Nice hook in the clinch.
Let's go. Poirier winning the round. Oh, Poirier. Dustin Poirier outfighted Conor McGregor. We're Conor on the fence now. Poirier got him, maneuvered him. Made by Conor on the inside. Conor ain't good, bro. He's not even good. He's a fucking bum, Conor. You can tell that nigga been getting faded, smoking weed, fucking drinking whiskey. He's getting his ass whooped right now. Garbage, Conor, bro. USA, Dustin Poirier, baby. Poirier.
2 minutes left in round one. In 25 seconds.
Poirier winning the fight easily. That's all Dustin Poirier. All Conor could do is those shoulder shrugs. And Poirier giving it right back to him. He ain't even scared of Conor. Oh, dang, it's a good fight. Conor think he's bigger than Dustin. That's what he is. I'm bigger. I'm stronger than him. Round number 2, Conor always get tired anyway. So Conor, the longer the fight goes, the better for Poirier it is. As Conor will lose his power, and Poirier gets stronger as the fight continues like he did against Dan Hooker. And this is what you want to see in a fight of this magnitude. And it's all Dustin Poirier in round number 1.
Conor McGregor, controlling here in the clinch right now. Having landed a nice little elbow out of the clinch. Nice leg kick.
He ain't got
from
Dustin
cardio. Nice
shit.
punch from Conor.
Conor trying to knock him out. Poirier. Oh!
Nice shot lands for McGregor. Close round. McGregor landing some big shots here. Nice body shot.
Nice jab.
Very close round.
Good jab.
Kind of even. McGregor might steal it here. Nice leg kick and a hook that landed by Poirier.
Good hooks, good jabs. Good crosses.
Nice leg kick again by Poirier. Pretty close round, man.
Straight left. Poirier tired.
Spinning head kick.
They say Conor McGregor's cardio's bad. Poirier not looking too good neither.
Kind of close round, You're going to have some judges, I say, some judges are going to score it, maybe Poirier, someone's going to score Conor. How that goes. Close round.
only
Yeah,
one that they got in Canada
round
was
two,
Royal
kicking
Bloods.
off.
Baba is Emparillo.
Hemperillos, yeah, those hemp ones. I think I had a red pack of those before.
That's the only Royal Bloods one they got. It's called Emparillo.
I've had one of those too. Round two, Conor. Yeah, eats a leg kick, Poirier.
Century Shannon, best.
And there you have it, man. Yeah, no.
Poirier wobble.
Nice leg kick. Pretty even round, you know. Conor landing some good lefts. Nice leg kick.
McGregor lands with the left.
He finally does. His left just ain't the same like it used to. He doesn't look the same, you know.
Oh, McGregor got hurt. McGregor got hurt. McGregor got hurt. McGregor got hurt. McGregor got knocked out. Oh my God! Poirier did it! Poirier knocked out McGregor! Oh my God!
And you heard it first from H Money, Mr. DAZN. Conor about to lose. Wow.
What happened?
Wow.
What happened, nigga?
Got knocked out.
Boom.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah! McGregor got knocked out. Conor got knocked out. Conor got knocked out. I told you. I'm about to. Conor McGregor knocked out. You gotta do another video. McGregor getting knocked out. Conor McGregor knocked out.
Conor got slept, dog. He's just not the same guy he once was. The sport is going to go down from here. You know, the UFC, no Conor, the UFC ain't the same sport, man. He lost to Poirier. Wow. They might need a third fight. No, maybe Conor might not need to come back to the sport. You feel me? After the way he looked, needs to retire, maybe. You know, he didn't look good. He don't look good, man.
The first round he was winning, he lost the second.
I wasn't impressed with him. He looked like he been partying, too much drinking, smoking, you know, hitting a good old you know what, you know. So, yeah, though. That's how it goes. The money, the fame, the women, the story. Yeah. We've heard it 1,000 times.
Oh
no. It's a sad night, man. And yeah.
I wanted him to win.
Here, for the sport.
He lost.
Yeah. McGregor.
It's not Mama said.
Poirier
Hey, Papa.
comes back years later, a better fighter. got the better of Conor. It was a lucky shot that land that night. Lost for words, speechless. The Diamond does what he does best. When it gets hot, he gets in, and he gets in, and he finishes.
Shit, damn, look at the replay.
That was the first time McGregor got beat like that.
The hook put him away.
Not even Nate Diaz could do that. Dustin Poirier gets another title shot. He deserves it. Conor McGregor was a hype job. You heard that from H Money, Mr. DAZN, Mr. Supreme. You heard it. From Danny the Great. You heard it from these guys saying that, he was washed up. He was not that good ever. And you heard that earlier. This was the words from Danny the Great earlier. Bring it back, Conor a hole, and you seen it. You were seeing this earlier throughout the card. From these kind of guys. This is what these guys said earlier about it. And these guys were right. Look at the words. A disgrace to combat sports. Conor McTapper, Danny the Great, H Money, Mr. DAZN, Mr. Supreme. Said it as well. These were the guys who knew that this guy was a joke. And shout outs to Danny the Great. Shout outs to Supreme. These guys said it. So like I said earlier, we got the best guys in the game. They call these things before they see them. And hats off to these guys. They had a good night at the at the casino. And Ben, Conor sleep, man down. Yep. Wow. Lost for words. How do you feel about that, Smokey?
Unbelievable, amazing. As Joey Diaz once said, tremendous.
How do you feel about Poirier coming back years later and getting the win that he always knew?
Tremendous, fantastic, freaking.
So
just great.
How do you feel about Conor losing? Is this bad for the UFC? Or
he'll get another fight going. This is 1 L. He's had 3 L's before. He's had 4 L's. He'll get back into it. He said.
Everybody says it's not a big deal. Everybody makes it a big deal. But I've been saying it. So do you think Conor McGregor is going to come back, or you think he's retired and he's done? I mean, were you at all impressed with McGregor? Did he look like the old McGregor? Do you think he needs to hang him up? Smokey. Schmo.
Yeah.
Do you think Conor needs to hang him up, or do you think? What do you think? Were you impressed? Did he look good?
Couple more. Maybe like 6 more.
You think him and Tony Ferguson could be a good one, or do you think Tony beats him?
No, he knocked out Tony. Tony ain't the man he used to be.
Dustin Poirier, victorious, you know. One of the biggest wins, you know, something he's been waiting for a long time, you know.
Great fight.
Wow. Yeah. It was a great night of fights, you know. It was a great time here. You know, chopping it up with the best, you know, sports fans, you know, out here. And, you know, what was a long journey, you know. And, you know, we were surprised with some of the outcomes tonight, you know, and we had the big fights, you know. We had the Michael Chandler making his debut, getting the big win, walking off victorious on his debut against Dan Hooker. Yeah, no. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of decisions. You know, I ain't gonna say this was one of the best fight cards I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, a lot of decisions. Was not impressed with this card. You know, lackluster in my opinion. You had, you know, of course, the co-main event and the main event that delivered. You had the knockouts. But overall, was it really worth all the hype? I'm going to say no. Yeah, you know. You had a lot of, you know, decisions. And that's yeah. So hats off to everyone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no. Conor McGregor knocked out